the thread this special report that was done by, I think it was CBC, and it investigated the vanishing Black family. And it interviewed several Black women who are mothers who did not see the Black fathers or the Black men, their children's father, as relevant in their life. And listen to the definitions on why. It wasn't because he wasn't hard, because he wasn't masculine, because he wasn't out here robbing banks. It all situated, and this is 1986. It's situated around financially, he cannot provide. And these sisters were young, late teens, early 20s. It had everything to do with financial ethos and commitment to the family. But I think something shifted to where now
That's the
my little
number one
brother
cause of
Freddie
divorce across the board, though.
is
So
economics. Exactly.
once you pile that on to all the other shit that we dealing with, you know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like, yeah,
hmm
that's
But
terrible.
something has shifted to where now my little brother Freddie, my brother DQ, they in their generation, they see sisters who's attracted to the brother that exhibits as much Tupac and as much game and as much, 50 Cent as possible, than they do the brother that is working a 9 to 5 as a plumber or as a sanitation worker or as an electrician. Like in their generation, sisters in their 20s ain't attracted to that no more. They ain't attracted to the 40,000 a year brother no more. They want the brother who's gonna give them the world right away, who looks good, has this physical attraction. But something shifted to where sisters in the 60s and the 70s had a different ethos in their 20s than sisters in the 21st century who's in that same stage. And I learned that.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I've been on social media, right? A couple years ago on social media, right? Around, I think it was about 10 years ago, right? It was a joke that females used to post, right? And it was about it was like saying I can't stand them bi-weekly dudes, right? Meaning the dude who only get paid every 2 weeks, right? Like he can only take me out bi-weekly. Like I don't like them type dudes. Like making a joke out of dudes who get paid every 2 weeks bi-weekly. Right?
Oh,
They didn't want that type of dude. Like, how do you make men feel ashamed of having a decent fucking job? You know what I mean? It's
Hey,
insane.
Chef.
Yeah.
Hey, Chef.
Yeah.
Let me add in a tidbit to go with it. The reason why, or one of the reasons, I want to say end all be all, but what I've realized and what I've seen with the rise of the internet and the social media and how everybody wants to try to over impress the next person, people have fell in love with the perfect imagery. They want the perfect lifestyle. Like Fetty said, every woman want to choose a nigga 6'4", make 200,000, 8-inch dick, Jaguar car. Bitch, you're not gonna find him. Excuse my language. You're not gonna find him. It's 2%. And what makes you think he wants you? He's gonna have all the options in the world if you have them credentials. So people have fell in love with the persona and image of shit. So yes, women want to talk down now on 9 to 5ers because the average person and majority of the people, the pool, are 9 to 5ers, but they want to project like they're getting the cream of the crop. It's all some fake imagery, bro, that people have fell in love with now. And the ones who realize past that, i.e. some of the older women can see past that, see the value in a working man, see the value in his morals and things of that sort. A lot of these young women haven't lived long enough. You ain't lived long enough to cook the grits the way I like them, girl. You know what I'm saying? These women ain't lived life yet. So of course they're going to just fall in love with the superficial image that the internet is portraying. But that's just one level, which I've seen from both sides. Like I said, my range for women go from 25 to 50. And some women know me from being a business owner. Some women know me from being on this stage. So I see the difference. I see the women who just want to holler at DQ. Then I know the women who want to holler at Daquan Hampton. I can understand the difference of what they're attracted to. So yeah, a lot of women are attracted to that, the image of something, while the older women are attracted to the the actual reality of something to try to sum it up. And then I land my plane.
Good point.
I think you made some strong points, and I think, man, I don't know if y'all heard the way I heard it, but it would probably go further than that bad boy behavior is rewarded at a young age or promoted at a young age. Trying to be stable is like penalized when you add share comments in there. They think that's some funny shit. Some of them. I don't say a lot of them, but I mean, I didn't necessarily look at it from that point of view, but that's kind of what he said.
Yeah, but y'all said it earlier, yo. A lot of us don't live in reality, right? By the time we realize what reality is, we didn't, we
It is
didn't,
too late. They done
yeah,
fucked
it's
you done
too
fucked
late.
your reality up. Yeah.
Exactly. We didn't skip past so many decent people by the time we. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. We immature. We mature later than a lot of other groups, right? I don't think that we're what's up, T? I don't think that we are nurtured into being adults properly, right? It seems like every generation of black people have to learn these lessons from their ass and not their elders. You feel me? So we ain't learning these lessons um until it's till later on in life. That's what we talking about now.
That's deep. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Real deep. And another part was wild. When you find a woman who understands that about the male dynamic, that you just become more attractive to him. Like she understands the different pitfalls that the black male goes through. See, them the mature cougars that'll get a nigga.
Yeah, that's serious, man. It definitely makes me think. I mean, sometimes I like having these conversations, and maybe it just hit me just in the middle of us saying, of you saying that. It's like between what you and Chef said, bro. Sometimes it'd be hard to really accept like how much shit that we could just sit on this panel and identify like how far we is away from, you know what I'm saying, sort of having a little bit more stability in our community at times, man. That should be kind of
Hey,
disheartening.
hey,
I heard
hey,
it.
we talking. We talking all this talk. Y'all niggas ready for Friday? Shit, Valentine's Day and shit.
Quit cussing at me.
Dang, I've been plotting my Valentine's Day for 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
Niggas say you doing a Valentine's Day massive.
hey, I'm celebrating tonight, yo, cause I got my daughters. I'm celebrating tonight. I got the motherfucking jacuzzi room with the motherfucking jungle. It's like it got three. It's like the hotel I'm going to got like theme rooms. Shit, I got the motherfucking Amazon fucking jungle.
Right?
That's fun. That's dope.
Room.
Hey, young love. You
Hey,
know what you do for Valentine's Day when you get my age, right?
yeah,
You
hey,
send your kids to school with the cupcakes and the little cards and
Yeah,
say
that's
Happy
it.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's all you do.
hey,
I
hey,
do that.
the bed, hey, yo, the bed got a mirror. The bed got a mirror at the top of the motherfucker.
This nigga
The
go.
vibrate to the bed. You got one of the vibrating beds and all that too. Yeah,
Ah,
I got an uncle of mine, man, who is notorious for being romantic, right? So at a young age, he actually was a big influence on me. And I've seen this nigga do all type of just way too extravagant stuff, right? Like I wouldn't dare go to his type of levels because he's actually one of those guys who would sit around and watch the stories as they call them, right? What's the better word for them? The
Storm chaser.
No, man, them little shows that the women be watching in the daytime.
What soap operas, novellas?
The soap operas,
I
right?
thought you
So
said he'll watch the storm.
he would sit around and watch the soap operas, and some of the extravagant stuff that the rich dude would be on there doing to get women. He'll
They do
actually
it.
try to emulate that shit in real life, right? And I used to think that was the coldest shit ever. At a young age, not knowing what else is really going on, watching him having some success and doing all that kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Sending limousines, sending flowers and shit like that. He used to love doing shit like that.
And
So
your uncle thought he was and your uncle thought he was Victor from Young and the Restless.
that's exactly who he thought he was. That's exactly who he thought. I couldn't think of his name, but yes, he thought he was
Victor
Victor.
Newman was a player, definitely.
Yeah, he
Victor,
thought he
now,
was. Yeah,
y'all.
he thought he
Victor's
was Victor,
still
bro.
going to this day, y'all. To this day, Victor's still on the show
He's
doing the
still
same.
balling.
He's
He's
still
still on the show, dude. This nigga gotta be like
oh,
200
yes,
years old, bro. He
he's
gotta be
still
200.
Corey, he's still on it. My auntie watch Victor every day. I can go to my auntie house like clockwork. Gonna have the soap operas on. Victor's still doing it.
He
Victoria and them
don't.
still there, his daughter and them, and what was the other family? It was the Newman family, and then it was another family that was balling too.
Now they out. There was multiple families. They didn't sold. Hello, I think they selling. It's been what's it called? A hostile takeover of one of the pharmaceutical companies. See, I'm a bird for even knowing this shit. But this is
Bro, I didn't know watching the soap operas was some playing shit, bro. And then I got a little older, so I don't look at it the same way.
Remember when
It was boring as hell.
see, I'm from the '80s, so it's a black lady on there. She used to wear her hair kind of in a ponytail. She got this like wavy type hair. Her name was I don't know, but I like it's wild because like she was like a street girl, like coming off the streets and shit. Like, but people watching it now would never know that. You know what I'm saying? They would never know like that's how she got introduced to the story. You know what I'm saying? That Young and the Restless, yeah, that's how she got introduced to Young and the Restless and shit. And then the black dude, he's still on there too. Man, I'm forgetting everybody's name, man. Damn.
you wasn't expecting to talk about Young and the Restless today, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's in the back of the file cabinet. You're like, damn.
Mm-hmm. You probably ain't turned that shit on in 20, 30 years, huh?
No,
man.
but like, so that was like religious in my household growing up, though. Like, so I got a certain passion about that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how I am with the Lifetime movie channel. Like before it went into Oprah got it and now switched it all up. When it was Lifetime, when they were showing like Double Jeopardy and them fire ass movies, like my mama had me watching them shits as a kid. So I
Man,
would
you remember coming home and you and they made you shut the hell up for a couple hours, nigga. And that shut the hell up was a little bit more intense for them hours. They was trying to hear that shit.
I'm like, you take your ass outside. Go back outside. You can go outside as long as you want to.
Hey, look, like my grandma used to talk about them people like they were family members and shit. Like you would think she called somebody
Get on
family.
the phone. My grandmother would get on the phone with my auntie, and they would go on for hours talking about the young, like they lived around the corner. Like these people lived around the corner, bro. That's how they used to talk about it, bro.
you gotta think about that show probably made boy. Ooh. Now I'm thinking about residuals and
man.
and licensing. Oh God.
Yeah, boy. People took that stuff serious. But I said all that to say, man, he used to get a lot of his tricks from Victor, man. So I definitely see, and just random weekend too, I definitely see that as a time.
Newman family. I forgot about not Newman. Not damn. I'm stripping. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it. Hold on.
Just to find something creative out the box to kind of do. It don't gotta be lavish and extravagant, but a little.
Talk about the average, Corey.
The Abbots.
You talk about the average. Yes, sir. Jack Abbott.
He knows, boy.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I fucks with YN.
This nigga called it YNN, boy. You got the acronym and shit.
I'm about that life. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
What's the verdict, y'all? Is black women responsible for creating the criminality of black men or not?
Responsible is too harsh of a word. I wouldn't have said that at the beginning of our conversation, but they definitely play a major role in why it's rewarding and not penalizing a young. Like oh, you could take away if you took away that reward, I still would agree that you'd see that would be a lot less desirable of a position for young black males. So I can't say are they responsible. I don't know, but I feel as if if they didn't have that particular reward, I don't think black men would be so readily looking to dive into that sort of lifestyle.
I mean, there's some imagery that's played around with that theme. Do y'all remember that movie Chirac?
I
Is
ain't
that what it
see
was called? Chirac? It was like a satire that was created around Chicago. What it was called, Chirac or something. It came out probably like the 2010s. I can't even remember what the actor's name. I could see his face. But remember, in that movie, I feel like the drug dealer and his crew was, they was pushing the weight in the community in the hood. And the sisters went on a strike and for the most part said no sex and no physical connection until brothers made a different decision. Do y'all remember that? I can't remember.
No, I ain't never heard of this before, but how did it play out in the movie?
Us. So it played out to where the sisters went on a strike. The sister who was, I guess, involved with the one of the main characters, she organized the sisters and the women in the community to withhold sexual interactions and intimacy with brothers until they made a different decision on certain things. It's kind of like I feel like it's like a Romeo Juliet type of satire, but it wasn't entirely that. But the key piece that I brought up, I'll bring this up, and I'll find a movie and put it in a thread, is that there's a role to play when we're asking and discussing how women and women's impact on black men and their relationships can influence some of the decision making reality of men and their occupation and what they pursue. Like that's never going to be argued as if that's not a factor because it is. It is. I'm just careful with the language and the framing that black women traction to certain type of men creates a higher propensity for men to be involved with crime. So it's like Chef said earlier, everything that we're saying has truth to it, and everybody is arguing from a truthful position. There's a dialectical struggle that exists between all of these different points. It's just it gets complicated if we frame it as if women have that much agency over the outcome.
I'm trying to be careful and not frame it that way because I wouldn't go as far as to say that women are making a conscious decision to like the bad boy image. I don't
Mm,
think that that's exactly what's happening either. But I'll only thing I am trying to emphasize is that it is very socially rewarding for young black males to exhibit that kind of behavior socially, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
part of that social reward is having a better sex life at a young age.
Mm, mm, mm. So what does that say about the caliber of young boys evolving into manhood? What does that mean? Does that does that
Landmines
mean that
everywhere.
does that mean that like we are challenged with being able to produce at a young age young boys who's operating at the caliber of responsible manhood because the necessity for social relationships, meaning with women, has a much more larger impact on their outcome than men being able to raise boys into men. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
do we have
yeah,
to?
and what's cool is a far it has a lot more gravity than what's smart.
Hmm,
Being socially accepted as opposed to being socially ostracized carries more weight. Absolutely. So you could be right you could be right and still not be happy. You know what I'm saying? The things that make you excited or the things that actually cause you to be in motion, right, is actually what's cool, right? So you could know full time that you engaging in some dumb stuff, but the driver behind being cool will actually have you doing more of that stuff. Like I knew full well what my parents meant when they did not want to buy me certain clothes, buy me certain music, allow me to hang out in certain places. I knew exactly what, but it didn't prevent me from having a desire to do it. You kind of get
hmm,
what I'm saying? Like it didn't, just because I knew that they were smart enough to see what I was going through, I didn't want to listen to them. I wanted to go be cool. You feel me?
hmm. But what if the foundation to your manhood was a lot more exercise and a lot more supported, a lot more grooved? What if, like, and I don't know, you may have had this, but what if you had a lot of brothers, older brothers, instructing you on how to handle yourself with sisters, how to conduct yourself with sisters, how to evaluate the quality of a good sister, and how to interact with a good sister? You think you still would have had some of those same vices and those same tenacities and like do you think you would have just been subjected to that type of instinct like that?
If I could some kind of way be convinced that my brother was cool,
Mm,
right? If I could
mm-hmm,
some sort of way still be able to look at my brother, see cool, to see something that I would actually want to be, right?
mm-hmm,
At that point, it wouldn't really matter what he's saying if I can't look at him and be like, yeah, I could see where this is successful. I could see where this is beneficial based on I can see him doing it and him pulling it off. Like I got an example now. You know what I'm saying? Where
mm-hmm,
the only example so, of like the successful social person from what I saw in New Orleans were people who you would today could just consider dangerous, or you know what I'm saying, or just consider somebody who sells drugs or like that. That were the people who were socially successful. They were hanging with the people that you sort of wanted to hang with, right? They were getting the girls that you wanted to get. So that's what you saw as successful. If you didn't see your brother or whoever that figure is that was trying to give you some instructions doing that, it'd be hard for me to internalize that you would want to give up on what you actually see out here in the world and just go with this person because you think they're smart.
mm.
Like you need some real world example of that, right? Like you the drug dealer pulling up in the big car and the pretty girl has a bigger impact than just smart decisions.
So let's go with the decade that we put in question. You know, so Frank Lucas is is like a outlier. You know that, right? That wasn't common in the 70s. Not how it became more common in the 80s and the 90s. Like Frank Lucas, what's the other brother that appeared in the he was on the Essence magazine. What's the other guy name? I see his glasses.
Yeah, you come on Nicky Barnes.
Nicky
The
Bonds,
both of
yeah.
them, yeah, both of them when they said Frank Matthews Frank Matthews was on top of shit more than him. He had the whole French connection and shit. But I know what you mean though.
What's his
Like you
name?
had
Frank Matthews.
you had a no Frank Matthews. He was bigger than Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas. But
Right,
yeah,
right,
that was like a thing during the 70s. You had a lot of black heroin drug lords. You know what I'm saying?
right, right. And even then, when you look at compared to what you're saying, Logic, and how attractive that was, in New Orleans and even here, Minneapolis, Chicago, whether we go to Philly, whether we go to New Jersey or anywhere, when you see the brother who's pushing the weight out for a brief moment in their life, they have this economic, achievement because of it, and how that attract the sisters because of it. That's a recent phenomenon. That's not like even when we go back to Matthews, Lucas, and Barnes in the 70s, like that, there wasn't a lot of brothers walking around with that level of black market success. And even though there's a tradition of that you can all go back to like Bumpy Johnson and what's my sister from Haiti that had Harlem on lock at one point in time. What's her name? Uh,
Yeah, it depends on what aspect of the market you're talking about. Because black people, we always ran the numbers game. Like,
right,
especially
we
in
was in
Chicago,
the numbers game.
yeah, gambling and all that. Like, we ran the gambling shit.
Right. Right, but it was less common. And I'm speaking if we look at the trajectory of the urban cities of the North and the rural cities of the South, there was always some form of gambling, but that wasn't the ethic, that wasn't the character evolve to what sisters was attracted to. That's the point that I'm trying to drive
Yeah,
home to you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was an
yeah,
outlier. It was
that's
like
right.
what
They were
1 or 2 people.
outliers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely, they were outliers, and it wasn't common. You didn't brothers wasn't riding up in the 1920s on the best finest horse because they struck a good gambler. They was had a good gambling ring going on. Like that wasn't common, and so you had your outliers, and you had your women who was attracted to that lifestyle with outliers. But the vast majority of women, like we've been articulating, they wanted a good honest working man who was safe, who wasn't living a certain lifestyle, that wasn't too fast, that didn't drink, that brought home, a good honest pay and allowed them to domesticate, if you want to say, if I could use that term, I hate using that term, but to be able to create a home. And that was attractive. That was the tale of the tape for a long time. And so I think when we're looking at the 21st century and we're looking at, to what you're saying, Logic, what your brother was influenced in, how he lived, and how that may have impacted and created imagery around you, it did create some complexities how we understood what women was attracted to. Because today I couldn't even I've had conversations with some young people today, and I'm still my mouth is still my jaw is wide open because I'm not can't fully land on how black women, young black girls and young black boys are going to find some type of interpersonal connection in this generation. I really don't know. Is it because now it's beyond the
And
attraction to
too,
the drug
Joshy,
dealer? There,
though, it's like a middle ground there too that's going on. Like, because even in my relationship, right? Even my wife, she'll say things like I used to hear her say shit like, yeah, she run all over her man. Like I couldn't have no man like that let you run all over him, right? Like,
Mhm.
and what she's saying is like she wants a certain now she wants the safety security of a good working man, but she also wants that bad boy a little bit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah, yeah.
want
There's a
a
evolutionary
middle
reason for
ground.
that.
but because it makes women feel safe. See, women not only like security, but they want to be safe. And that man that don't take no shit makes her feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Man that makes it that can, that's a little softer and yes, dear, and I don't think that is I don't think that's attractive to women. You know what I'm saying? And
Corey, keep going.
I think Corey fell off for a quick
you
second.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think we get the wrong message though. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they want a happy medium, but then we go all the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like they want a bad boy. They want you to, kind of, but you got to be able to understand, like, don't go too far with it. Like she don't want a wild nigga. She just want a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it's a lot of that. I think it's a lot of not being able to articulate a lot of the things that we want, right? And not being able, and I think especially these days, and I hate it for like Fetty and them. God damn, because like social media dynamic, that brings a whole nother element to the game that I don't know that I would be able to deal with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I see why a lot of black men are single. You know what I'm saying? Because you fighting a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you get these girls, they'll get, an Airbnb and, they weekend boyfriend, and then they'll put that on Instagram and it look like they living it up. You know what I'm saying? They look like they living the best life, and then now your old lady is looking at you and you going down to the, to the fucking local factory, and, when you get, by the time you get your check is $600. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I hate it for this generation that's coming up, because it just is exacerbating, and I think it's going to be harder for them to kind of find that balance. You know what I'm saying? I think because the dream, they're always going to be fighting against the dream. And even my wife fall into it. She'll wake up, but she'll say, well, you should be looking on Facebook or something, and then next thing you know, she asking me something. You know what I'm saying? She want me to do something. Well, yeah, they remodeled their house, and they gotta eat dishes. Look at this. Look at how they did this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, but that costs money.
Hey Corey. Hey Corey, what about even them being in your pocket all day? Like my granddaddy used to say, when he got home, he actually missed my grandmama. They had stuff to talk about. It wasn't, hey, what you doing on lunch? What you done did today? It wasn't constant interaction. So they had stuff to talk about when he got home. So I disagree with you on that one. See, I'm only 36, Corey, but I've been married since I was 24 years old. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I already got mine, boy.
Man, boy, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, especially at your age, man. Like, yeah, that's a fucking blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, that we don't have anything to talk to each other about, or the young kids don't have anything to talk to each other about anymore, because we got our face stuck in somebody's phone, in a smartphone. You know what I'm saying? Or an iPad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't taking that time, at dinner when you only had a flip phone at dinner. Like you wasn't sitting there at dinner looking at your flip phone. You was laughing about what happened the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Corey, you wouldn't even answer the phone at dinner time. People wouldn't even call at dinner time.
Because
they
that's why you got the Gen Z motherfuckers. They did surveys and studies showing how they real incels based off shit like that. Like we think, because a child may not be going outside and getting in trouble, but if they playing damn Roblox or some shit all day on in their room playing a video game and being on their phone, that does kind of disconnect them from having like interpersonal social skills. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, and I always make sure, and that's another thing, like make sure y'all kids have friends over the house. Like make sure they get, or if you trust the parents, make sure your kids go over their friend's house. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I try to maintain is, keeping my 4-year-old and my 10-year-old interacting with their classmates, after school. You know what I'm saying? So that'll help out too.
But then they'd be all in the room. But then they'd be all in the room on the iPad. And then I come in and
they do. That's all they do.
They'd be all in the room. Yeah, because my kids got everything. My kids got everything that they ever made for. They got Oculus and Nintendo Switch and PlayStation. And them motherfuckers just be collecting dust. But my kids is outside kids, though. My kids is athletes, so they be outside and trampolining and stuff like that. So when my nieces come over, you can tell they different kids because they just sit in the house and they get unlimited iPad time and all of that stuff, and they just online kids. My kids actually walk up to kids at the YMCA and talk to them and stuff like that, and go swimming at the YMCA. So they got a little bit more character. So I be having to bring it out of my nieces. We'll go and they don't even know how to walk up on people and talk to them. They be asking for the Instagram and all
they
that.
don't know how to make friends.
I'm not so
it
sure.
It take a long time for them to warm up. I noticed that too. Like, so like my kids will be like, they don't give a fuck. Like they'll be like, "What's up?" They don't care who you is. Like, where you at? Nothing. They'll come right up to you, whoever you is. Like, "What's up, man?" You know what I mean? This, and that. Like other kids though, it take a long time for them to warm up to you. You know what I'm saying?
You'll see it on their face. You'll see it on their face.
Yeah.
That's how my kids. They walk up to them. What's your name?
Straight up.
Yeah, I think that there's something in there there definitely is a skill to like opening conversations, right? Or having the confidence to go open up conversations. But I think the key to actually being social is about versatility. Like if let's say your kids, they seem like they hone in on video games or laptops or whatnot, if they get around other kids and that are open to talking about what they do on their laptops, then them kids actually do got a lot to talk. Like if you a sports head or a car head, you spend your whole day up under a hood, and then you go find a nature freak, like y'all get together and y'all really ain't got much to talk about because y'all so far apart in what y'all common interests are. And I think that's probably a bigger factor in people communicating is one, you definitely gotta have the skills to open up conversations and just go talk to people. But it's still got to be a lot of common interest in there for y'all to have dialogue to actually talk about.
Right. Absolutely. And you got to be able to, like, most relationships start, like, as you out, like, doing your everyday thing. Like, and most people don't go out and do their everyday thing no more. You don't go to the grocery store no more. You just order, you tell the grocery store to bring it to your house. And you know what I'm saying? You're not going to the hardware stores and you know what I'm saying, like different places where you would normally be out and about, like because I met my wife, I knew her all my life, but like by the time I seen her again, like I was out doing my thing, like I was at the mall, you know what I'm saying, like just being me outside. And I think it's hard, and then she was able to see me before, you know what I'm saying? Like she was able to see me and not this image that's coming across the screen first or this profile or whatever, right? It was, she always talk about like the way I walk, you know what I'm saying? That's like one of the things that's attractive to her about me, you know what I'm saying? And like, I think with the social media age, you take that dynamic away. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have that little special thing. You know what I'm saying? It's that little special thing that you seen out in the wild. You know what I'm saying? Not this curated. I think everything is curated now. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody in that natural element is definitely seeing a different target for sure. I guess the point I was making is if I took you to a Pokemon convention you'll be out of place. Like you wouldn't know what the fuck they're in there talking about. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that people in there are antisocial. You just not into that shit, so it don't create much dialogue.
But you usually can't talk to an adult for longer than 5 minutes, and y'all ain't got no common, even if it's some shit y'all disagree about. That can bring y'all closer together. Or then there's other people in the room that, I mean, that's what like Corey is saying though. People just ain't out and about no more. And if they are, they antisocial. Or
and when we was in high school, the girls used to be walking down the street. See, when I was in high school, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go riding. You know what I'm saying? Because the girls is outside, they walking in groups. There's 10 of them, 8 of them, 5 of them. They all, you know the groups too. You know, oh, that's Keisha's in them group. And there go Pam and them. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, the corners to hit to see Pam and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, I go outside, it ain't a kid on the street. One kid on the street.
Yeah, and then
I live damn near next door to a high school. Nearly next door to a high school. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, bro.
It makes me think of a question, though, Corey, based off of what you're saying, though, right? Because I don't really participate in social media, besides like Discord and shit, right? I'm not really on Facebook and Snapchat. I'm on there, but I don't really participate, right? So if you're meeting these people on these social media groups, right, do you think that you're even meeting a true image, right? Because I know that if I was to participate in Facebook and all of that stuff, I'm not going to be posting my normal boring shit. Like I ride motorcycles, I'm going to post that shit. You know, I'm in the cars. I'm gonna post that shit. I'm gonna post my fly clothes. I'm not gonna post my meat. Like
you
right
ain't
now,
gonna post what you got on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna post what I got on right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You gonna wait till you get a haircut. You only gonna post when you go to the barber shop, and you know that's when we post pictures. When we got a new outfit, or we got some new glasses, or you know what I'm saying? That's what we want people to see. That's when we post. We're not posting when our hair nappy in a motherfucker, right?
But they don't know how
stinking your breath is when you wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. Like they don't. Like motherfuckers ain't. We afraid to be real anymore. Everything we all trying to live this caricature. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so Corey, if I post when I just twist my locks, right? And then I go meet a girl and I ain't got my new growth done in 3 months, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be fucking disappointed, right? You think? Because I look like a totally different person.
When she saw the picture, your shit was buttered up. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
I looked at the calendar.
Yeah, now I look like
there's a small wiggle room that
know?
we have. One, like it's literally just 1 week, but it shifts things close. If we push back the first pause orientation and start to the 28th of February,
I don't think you're talking.
And then we push the closing of that one to the 28th.
You talking business, Josh. You talking business.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about pause. I said, we ain't gonna stop saying pause. But
we're gonna start next Saturday. So I wanted to see what you think about that.
Yeah, send your social security number, Mujasi.
And then that way,
right. I want the credit card. I want the 3-digit number on the back of the credit card is what I want.
Right, and the zip code. I need the zip code, Corey.
You probably qualify for the whole stadium. You get Mujasi shit, man. Get a whole motherfucking college campus with Mujasi credit or some shit.
Sir. Black manhood.
That's my guy right there.
How long y'all been on though? How long y'all been on, Logic?
Probably. I don't know what time it is over there, but I had to guess somewhere around 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, I just caught about the last 30 of it. Thought I'd come in and
we were trying to get the wheels rolling before the black music stuff started. That's about it.
Oh, you know I'm waiting on that. You know I just came back for that. came back.
I missed a lot of what happened yesterday. I missed a lot of what happened yesterday.
I don't know
I mean, I would assume with Chief X and Brother Reggie in the room,
type of job
it got kind of crazy at some point.
Work with.
Yeah, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to neither. I'm not listening to
They
none
had
of
a
them.
little bit of head button, but it wasn't as much as it could have been. I think they were pretty. They were on their best behavior, I'd say.
I heard some motherfuckers thrown around, Corey. I heard some motherfuckers.
Reggie did some motherfucking, but it fizzled out after a while. It didn't go no further. I think Chief X took the high road yesterday.
Okay, nobody was a bitch. Nobody was a bitch or nothing. Okay.
No.
Y'all starting that shit. Don't be talking no Egypt today. Y'all starting that shit. Don't talk no Egypt.
All these conversations.
I want to know who's seen the goddamn Pam Bondi hearings, bro. Did anybody watch that?
I started listening to it, and then Mujasi messaged me, and I couldn't do both of them at the same time. So I was more listening to what Mujasi said. Because his message actually said, I don't want to talk about black people. So I was like, man, she's got something in mind. So he said, yeah. So I said, I'm totally listening.
So we don't have to worry about. I'm calling you with
I gotta be able to mute him out. Somebody gotta mute
next Saturday.
I muted him out.
Oh, you did it. Okay. I tried to do it too. So one of us did it.
I saw it.
No, you only muted him for yourself. You didn't mute him for the server.
Okay.
Yeah, I server muted it.
You know, so I'm like, okay, we're racing to try to get.
It's not server muted.
You don't.
It's not server
You're having
muted.
a hard time being able to shift to be able to help market this, which is fine.
It's not
server
muted.
I got
maybe
it.
if we go
I got
to
it.
28th,
We both did the same thing, like
extra week that we're just gonna have off, and that gives us the opportunity to be able to, you know, but it just puts us back to back. Like Monday will be doing
Still not
dancing against white supremacy, and the next week will be going directly.
He doing activism everywhere he go though. Mujasi on that shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mujasi the real deal, bro. That's about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Since we're talking about Pam Bondi. Yeah, he's muted though. Since we're talking about Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi.
Oh, damn, I gotta go to the goddamn.
Pam Bondi is the epiphany of the caveman inheritance or the Iceman inheritance. That bitch is evil to the core. Nobody can deny evil. That bitch is evil to the core. Right? That's the Iceman inheritance. That bitch has no compassion in her heart.
Bro,
none at all.
If they could have set her ass on fire today, they would. They lit her ass up, boy. God damn.
No. She's the daughter of the Iceman. She's the daughter of the Iceman. That bitch evil. That bitch look. How are you covering up for pedophiles? How? Explain that to me, Corey. How are you covering up for pedos?
And then nobody indicted after all these damn documents been released. Ain't nobody under investigation. Like nobody.
Because them white and them rich. Because them rich and them white. That's why. Them rich and them white. That's the only reason why.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein was rich and white, and they took his ass down.
Hey, the reason why Logic is because this is not new information to them. This is not new information for them. It's just shared with us now. That's the only difference. Now we can see some of the shit.
What was the motivation to take down Jeffrey Epstein in the first place, then?
Well, because he said he was gonna tell on everybody. Ain't that what Epstein said?
It was time for him to know.
I think he said that after he was in custody, but he didn't say that when he was running around free, did he?
Yeah, that's why they took him into custody.
No, I'm saying he said that while he was in custody, but he wasn't running around saying that before he was in custody, did he?
Yeah, because he knew it was coming. He knew that they was after him. They had seized all his shit and froze his money. Yeah, you know all of the shit happened before they get you into custody, right? You know,
I get
it'd
what
be
you're saying.
hard for you to move around when they start freezing shit.
Nah, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I'd like to think that I'd like to think, man, because it's something in there it definitely don't make sense that ain't nobody indicted you. It definitely don't make sense that they done blurred out that they blurred out the people who did the crimes names and kept the victims' names in the reports. That don't make no damn sense. A lot of it don't make no sense right now, bro. I don't know what to say about it. I know Brass was saying most of it just like, not anonymous tips, but like, unverifiable information. But damn, like when they gonna start trying to verify some of it? Like it ain't fake, is it? Shit don't sound right to me. Cash Patel, Pam Bondi. I think both of them motherfuckers need to be looked into. You can't be releasing all them files and ain't got no evidence. That don't even make sense.
Are we talking about right now?
Corey, what's the big egregious thing that's going on here, Corey?
Corey must be busy.
Yeah. So I'm
You
gonna
seen this,
discount.
Smalls?
I don't know enough about it. I have seen bits and pieces, but I don't want to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not up on the Epstein, the latest Epstein shit and all of that stuff. So, you know.
So sorry about that, brothers.
I
I
mean, but you can't end the story off with all because they're rich and they're white and powerful, and that's the reason why they ain't put no custody on them like that. That can't be it. If that's the case, then everything that we think we know is a facade, and there really ain't no government. There really ain't no law. Like all of that's fake.
Well, I could agree with
If that's
that.
the
You know,
case,
without knowing enough about the current events. I definitely agree with what you're saying.
You know enough about it,
Yeah.
small. It ain't too much more to know.
I mean, I feel like that's happening overall with the whole Epstein thing, and Brad has spoken about it before. A lot of this stuff isn't, concrete. It's a lot of this, that, and the other. But at the same time, give me the
Yeah, but see,
rundown though, Rodney.
that's why y'all gotta follow
I've
it
seen.
though, right? Because the thing
Yeah,
is, like,
yeah,
it's easy to say that if you don't follow it, right?
that's what I'm
But if
saying
you
though, Corey.
following it, like if you sit up and listen to the hearings yesterday, right, and you listen to the victims, and you know that there's 60 co-conspirators, right? 6 of them been revealed yesterday. They're gonna unredact another 10, supposed to be unredacted today. My thing is, like oh boy, what's his name? Howard Levitt or whatever his name, and the other guy, and all the secretary, it's a bunch of people in the Trump cabinet, the Secretary of State, all these folks is in and they were being investigated. So it's a lot of different crimes in the Epstein files too. It's not just child trafficking, right?
Right.
It was
A
a
lot of
it
money
was a high school.
laundering.
It's just all allegations. Like, to me, that's kind of wild, and I just never say shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, when you listen to the victims, like everybody, that's why they've been getting away with it. That's how the powerful get away with it. Because everybody, oh man, you know, they've been to everybody, all of them sex trafficking, all of them fucking little girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't even know what that means, but you know what I mean? Like, the ones that we can hold accountable, let's hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to know all of them. I don't need to know everybody's single one of them's name, right? Just the ones that we can hold accountable, right? The ones that we do know, let's hold them accountable, right? Because if we don't got a democracy.
Nobody in court over this. Ain't
That's what
nobody.
That's the problem, though. No, but see, logic. I know y'all saying that, but the problem is the DOJ has covered it up and didn't charge it. The prosecutors who were working on these cases, they resigned because they wouldn't let them bring those cases. You see what I'm saying? It's not that they didn't want to charge them or they didn't have enough to charge them. They were shut down. Those cases were shut down.
And see, Corey, that's what I was saying. So you were kind of, I was leading up to that. Like, I don't want to be one of those people because I don't know enough of this, to where I just dismiss everything because there isn't enough evidence coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like Logic said, like nothing's really coming. So I don't want to be one of those.
You just got to look at it though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. I'm not looking at it. So that's why I said I'm not up on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
what's more important than that, Smalls? What's more important going on right now than that?
That's true. I'm just slacking, bro. I'm slacking. I'm slacking. I'm doing a lot of family time shit. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that.
You over at Black Egypt, man. You ain't
right. You know which Nom are unified and shit. Stop that.
You over there Black Egypt.
No, I don't know. None of that shit y'all niggas be talking about.
Look, you know how Chef husband name. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna do a lot. I think I'm gonna try to do a lot tonight. And I'm gonna watch the Pam Bondi hearings tonight. I'm gonna watch the Pam Bondi hearings tonight. Like, you know, because I really think, like, and the wild part is, like, we'll sit up and watch Brother Unc sit up and lie all day about Black Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta be like that. Yeah, like we gotta be a little bit, like, something else gotta be able to catch our attention, right? And that's the problem. This is why democracy don't work for us, because we don't participate in it. We don't understand the ins and outs. We don't know the characters. We don't know the history behind these things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Corey,
that's what we need to participate in.
Wait, Corey. Hey, what, Corey? I be, you know, sometimes I be mad at you sometimes, Corey, but I be getting it that the I don't know shit don't work for you, because you should know some shit. That's why I be setting you off sometimes, like how y'all don't know this shit. So I get you though, Corey. I get you.
You know, and the thing is, like, again, like, motherfuckers gonna be looking at us like, and then what you gonna tell your kid? Well, I didn't know. I ain't had nothing to do with it. Well, what you doing? You know
Straight up.
I wasn't even trying to look at that shit, man. Shit, please, man. Come on, man. I ain't trying to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be knowledgeable. That way you can show your kids the path to take. If you ain't knowledgeable on the ins and outs of the economy and how that works, what situation leads to other situations, right? What legislation led to the situation we in right now, or the situation we used to be in? What happened in these types of things when you let this type of thing go? What ended up happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids need to know that. They need to understand that. Like, we need to be sitting them down, and we need to be watching the Pam Bondi hearings. That should be the most important thing in America
going on. That's right.
Like, but we talking about Bad Bunny. But the most important thing is Bad Bunny spoke Spanish at the Super Bowl.
Straight up.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's wild as fuck, because these niggas, it's not just the child sex shit, bro. It's all the insider trading. You know, they fucked up. They stole money. They stole billions of dollars from little kids in the gaming industry, and this was all Epstein shit. The whole thing. He was blackmailing the guy who owned Activision. I put that article in there. That article in the chat. Nobody said nothing about it.
Yeah, but the child part of it. But Corey, the child part of it should be enough. That should be enough to spark the interest.
That should be wild as hell, but the thing, the implications of that, you understand that he was running a blackmail racket, right? He was getting these guys, and like with Bill Clinton and all these guys, it's not necessarily that they was messing with kids, but these were trafficked women. Even if they was fucking with grown women, these women were trafficked.
That's right.
And he had already been convicted of child sex trafficking. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Obama finna get impeached for being cool with the preacher in Chicago that said some real shit, that kept it real. If we all gonna keep it real, he kept it real, right? They just didn't want to hear that at that time. You know what I'm saying?
But now, Corey, now it ain't enough to get nobody else. Now it ain't concrete now. Now, yeah, that shit don't make no sense. Yeah, that shit is wild. Yeah.
Yeah,
now
but they got the co-conspirators. They redacted the co-conspirators' names. They only unredacted 6 of them so far, and they had to fight to do that yesterday.
Wasn't it like 80 of them, Corey?
Yeah, it's 60 of them. I know they got 60 of them that's still 60 of them is still redacted. 60 very powerful men. Every one of these men are very powerful men.
Right.
I mean, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. This is a
all the victims'
This ain't the
names.
This ain't the DMs going after the Republicans. This is a bipartisan effort. The guy who led the way on this is a Republican.
I got a question
on the release of the files.
Yeah, Massey. His name is Massey, Representative Massey, right? And Ro Khanna. They co-wrote it. That's a bipartisan thing. Massey is a Republican, a staunch Republican, right? This ain't no woke Republican or nothing. This is a staunch Republican white man.
Right.
Corey.
Yeah.
Corey.
Go ahead.
Got a question. Did it bother you that there was a song in Spanish at the Super Bowl? I'm just wondering.
No. It bothers me that that's our attention when our president is a pedophile protector.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood. All right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought that was one of the best halftime shows. I think Usher's last year was the best one out of all of them. When was Usher? Was that last year or the year before last? Usher killed it though. I think he did the best one ever. Right.
I like this. I like don't do that. Don't do that, Corey. I like the set.
Don't do that, Corey.
For Bad Bunny, but the
I think Bad Bunny was coming in second though. I think Bad Bunny's second place.
But
he even stole Usher's outfit. Usher had that outfit on when he did the Super Bowl thing last time.
What about Bruno Mars?
Bruno Mars was nice. I'll say he was third, but dude killed dude. Like Bad Bunny killed the game.
My thing with Bad Bunny is that motherfucker.
What, Michael Jackson and
the outfit he had on was crazy.
And then Michael Jackson is just a name, right? Everybody, his performance was good and everything, but you got to look at Bad Bunny's and Usher's, like they whole choreography, the program, like these motherfuckers had a wedding. In the middle of his, they had a wedding in the middle of his in the middle of his show. Like, they fucking did this. They fucking did the damn thing. Like, they used every tool that we have today, like as far as the social media tools and, all of the different technologies that we had. I think they kind of incorporated all of that into that. And they just nailed it, bro. They nailed it. It was good. It was good. I liked it all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't like his music. I'm not a fan of his music or nothing, but it's the performance that was good.
No, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's everybody's opinion. Like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
He up there looking like Betty Boo. I'm not gonna do this.
No, the outfit.
Hey, he had the hoes out there shaking that ass, man.
His outfit was mad crazy, but
don't get regressive, Corey.
I'm not a big.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't regret. I'm
That's
on
exactly what she was asking, but she just ain't
I'm
how
not
long I was
big.
gonna
I'm
be till I
not
was
big
done.
on. I'm not
I said
too
about
big
an
on
hour or
Bad
so
Bunny,
in
but
mine,
Bad
and
Bunny has his lyrics to his songs. He has
didn't say that I was
good
gonna be moving
messages.
in
Like when
Yeah, he's
when
definitely
he had
aware. Yeah.
Ricky Martin singing on there, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. He should have never had no motherfucking Ricky Martin because Ricky Martin can't sing. He should have had fucking Mark Anthony. Like that song that Ricky Martin was singing was the song that was real good in that show. But he can't sing, bro.
Okay, now back to the Epstein file. Bad Bunny ain't talking shit.
They said
See how they, I mean, it's more interesting to talk about Bad Bunny than
I need another energy drink.
Right.
I was about to say, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Hey, mute out, Logic.
You want to control the conversation, Sunday.
And what the thing is more people that's knowledgeable on that right? So like then more people can offer
the conversation.
Hey, Corey, we be in the change we want to see, Corey. We be in the change we want to see.
Hey, real quick. I just want to let y'all know I'm listening to y'all, right? I'm listening to y'all and y'all cooking, but y'all literally just said, but all everybody want to talk about is Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, and then started talking about Bad Bunny.
I'm trying to get it back, Brad. I'm trying to get it back.
I just wanted to say, go ahead. I'm back out.
No, we were just saying that.
I just thought that was fucking hilarious. That Corey literally just said, all y'all want to talk about is Bad Bunny, and then y'all proceeded to talk about Bad Bunny for 20 minutes. But go ahead. Good job, Cuban. Way to fuck up the conversation.
Nah, I mentioned Bad Bunny because y'all talked about the other day. I never said my piece on it. And as far as the Epstein shit, I'm just trying to stay away from politics to avoid.
Why? Because
we ain't doing.
They got to put a case on him.
That's a statement that pisses me the fuck off. Because
I knew it would.
Politics is what runs your fucking life. Politicians make decisions every day. And you sit back and say, I don't want to know.
I just don't
get away with it. This is how they get away with passing legislation like the Patriot Act, right? Like Citizens United, because most of us.
They call it something else, Corey. Hold on, wait. They call it something else. They call it something else, though, Corey. It's like cyber.
Cyber, the Children Act. Yeah, I know you're breaking up. You're breaking up. They gave it a new name now. Yeah, I know. What you're saying. But essentially, it's the Patriot Act, right? But they get shit off like that. Bad ideas, they pass bad ideas because we say, well, you know what, bro? I don't understand that bullshit, man. I try to stay out of politics. And it's like, why? That's the only thing that fucking matters.
No,
Nothing else matters.
Corey, I agree with you.
Your life. Listen,
Corey,
no other aspect in your life is more important.
No, Corey, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that I'm just on my part, I'm trying not to say anything that is going to be offending anybody. That's all.
No,
it's like, so when I mention Bad Bunny, it's not that I don't. It's not that I don't. Of course, I enjoy talking politics, but I just, you know what I'm saying. I just didn't. For me, I just didn't want to start mentioning shit that is going to go into other things.
It's not just you though, Cuban. Like everybody says that though. They think like that's a virtuous thing to say. That's a virtue signal. Like, oh man, I don't see politics, bro. I don't deal with that bullshit. That makes you see like that's you're taking a high road, right? Like that's making people seem like they more virtuous than the next person. I don't get in that petty, but you know, I got more things to do than politics. I don't get into that. Like that's like it's a wild thing, and I think that's been put on. I think we've been tricked into saying that. I think we've been tricked. And that's another thing when I just be so tired of us being tricked. And the tricks is old and tired as fuck. And most of y'all wouldn't go for it in real life. Like the reason why you go for it because it's some white motherfucker that stand up behind a podium and say it, and then we gotta lend it credence, right? We can't say that. We can't stand up and say Pam Bondi is a fucking our attorney general, the head prosecutor of America, is a fucking pedophile protector. We all nervous to say that, but that's how the pedophiles get protected. That's how all of the victims' names got released, right? Y'all gotta watch this fucking hearing, bro. All the victims' names got released when they wasn't supposed to by law. By law, they wasn't supposed to. But they redacted the goddamn perpetrators. And fighting you,
and they made
you to keep them redacted. Y'all got to see that.
They made up some shit, Corey. Hey, Corey, they made some shit like they want to spook them or some shit that motherfuckers online talk about. They ain't want to spook them motherfuckers and have them. Man, fuck all that. But you ain't even supposed to put a victim, and they put all of their names out there. It wasn't a single victim name crossed out. Not one.
Yeah, that's wild.
Put them all out there illegally, and redacted illegally the fucking perpetrators.
Right.
And we got one that's been already Secretary of State in the fucking White House, a cabinet member of the president, is in the Epstein's file for child fucking predator. He's a fucking child predator. Detailed. We've been knowing this for decades. The Clinton or the Obama administration. This is not no partisan shit. So we can stop with that. Like, I just want to end that right now. This ain't no fucking Republican, Democrat shit. Joe Biden dropped the ball. Barack Obama dropped the fucking ball. Bush and Trump. All of this is a decades long. This goes back decades. Decades of hiding. They throwing bitches, they murdering bitches. It's 1,200. It's 1,200 bitches that's missing. They can't find them. They don't know where these bitches at. They going to pick them up off the streets of these poor European countries and shit. It's wild to me. Like, we said, oh man, please. Well, all of them doing it. Everybody doing it. So let's let it go. Like, because I mean, if we can't get all of them, why look at one of them? If we can't get all of them, why punish Donald Trump? Why punish Donald Trump for doing the biggest cover up?
Right.
This is the crime. The cover up part is a crime. He don't have to do it. He ain't never had to touch a kid in his life or a prostitute, which he have though, which he was doing, but he ain't never had to do none of that. He's committing a crime right now in front of your face. The Massey Connor Act. They put forth the Epstein files. It's in law. It's codified in law. It's called the Epstein Files Act. It's law. It's an act of Congress. Do y'all get that? It's an act of Congress. Everybody say the harder you can move a mountain before you can get an act of Congress put through. An act of Congress is the most difficult thing in the fucking modern world to push through. Yet we got that quick. And the president, it was veto-proof. That's why he had to sign it. He ain't never had a veto-proof bill. Go find a veto-proof bill. Dig up one. Somebody type in veto-proof bill. It probably been since the goddamn 1700s, 1600s. Somebody pull up a veto-proof bill. I dare y'all. Pull it up. This is the only one in years. And what is the administration doing? What is the DOJ doing? Breaking the goddamn law right in front of your face, and we sit back and say, "Wow, please." But a black man, A black man get caught with a goddamn joint. They throw his ass in the goddamn prison and forget about it. A black man got a fucking $20 bill, a fake $20 bill. You choke his ass out and kill him on camera in front of everybody, in front of all his neighbors. You fucking lay on his fucking neck while his neighbors watch him take his last breath over a $20 bill. These motherfuckers been doing this shit for decades. Multiple administrations. I want Obama, if Obama got something to do with it, go get his ass. Hillary, Bill, all that, go get them. This ain't no fucking partisan shit to me. I don't give, Joe Biden's old line, he only the motherfucker. Go get his ass and lock his ass up. Let him spend his last 2 days of his life in prison if he done something. If he's in the cover up. I don't get it, man. I don't get this. I don't get this thing. But y'all go look at this. Look at that. Look at the hearing. And then remember how Reggie was flim-flamming me. And remember, look at the hearing. And then remember how these conscious community niggas gaslight you and fake and flim-flam and humming and don't answer the questions and pedophile protect. You're going to see Pam Bondi doing a lot of the same shit as these niggas in the conscious community. Because all these niggas is pedophile protectors in the conscious community. Right? They sit up and make excuses. And I'm going to wait till the end and I'm going to wait till this. Right? You're going to see her do the same fucking hemming and hawing. Like when I was asking Reggie about the pyramids yesterday. Well, what about? Well, what about? Well, what about when Biden? Well, what about when Obama? Well, what about? Bitch, you the boss right now. You the boss. We do all this. What about? Like when I thought the Republican Party was the party of accountability. But as soon as a motherfucker mentioned Donald Trump, man, well, what about? Well, what about? Go get him. Bring Bill Clinton bitch ass in and Hillary. Because whatever he knew, she knew too. You think you think Hillary didn't know he was fucking them hoes? Do y'all think for 1 minute that Hillary didn't know that Bill was fucking them hoes? Go get her ass too. See, I can say that. I can say shit like that. Because it's about principle. It's not about a fucking party. It's about principle, man.
I think for me, bro, like that conversation, I think it's an important conversation. But I just think a lot of people don't care. I really don't. It's unfortunate.
No, that's because millions, hundreds of millions of people care. Hundreds of millions of people care. It's just that you're not paying attention to it, so you don't see the hundreds of million people that's dialed in. All those people who voted for Trump, those 70 million people, they voted for Trump because he said he was going to release the Epstein file. That's what he campaigned on. You don't remember that?
He did.
Y'all forgot? Yeah. Most of the people who came in under the Trump administration are QAnon conspiracy theorists. Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these old wild ass motherfuckers, they all QAnon conspiracy theorists. They coming for the Epstein file. They want to know about the child sex trafficking ring. I know a lot of us don't. We don't want to know. You know, it's cool and it's important, but I don't think nobody give a fuck, right? That's because I really don't give a fuck. I mean, if you don't follow the shit, you can't have an opinion on it. How you got an opinion on it if you don't give a fuck? How do you know who give a fuck if you don't give a fuck? That's what I be saying. Like, we just be, it's this colloquial let it go type shit. Like, you just let it go. Like, bro, it's nothing we can do. It's nothing we can do about that, man. Why even talk about it? Why talk about something concrete that you can't do nothing about it? Somebody might want to think about that. That's a good question. Why talk about it? Why even get myself all riled up, right? Why even waste my fucking voice muscles, right? If I can't even do nothing about it. You might want to ask that. That's a good question. I know the answer to it. I think everybody might have their own answer, though. But that, like, think about it. I'm not gonna say I don't like. So sometimes y'all need to think about shit on your own. You don't need it to be influenced, right, by influencers. Because even though, like, I don't consider myself an influencer, I get on here every day and you motherfuckers listen to me. So I'm influencing in some kind of way. Like, motherfuckers may deny it, right? Ah, you influence me. You know how you niggas is. You niggas don't keep nothing real. Half you niggas can't look yourself in the fucking mirror. You can't keep a goddamn thing real. You know what I'm saying? He ain't influencing me. But see, I understand that I influence, so that's why I'm sometimes I want to hear y'all. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Have your own thought. Think about that question. Why even talk about it? Think about it and come up with your own answer. Don't look for my answer. I'm not gonna say my answer. Why even give a fuck about anything that's going on in politics? Because what can you do about it? Y'all, so you gotta go in and come back out. You gotta go out and come back in.
Your phone messed up.
Go out and come back in.
Hey Corey, I would say this, bro. Give an answer to it. A lot of people who I know, which I know you in the same group as me, we are kind of you can say numb to it now, or way past the level of information that some people are just now receiving. Like,
right, none of this new to you. Right,
yeah, we don't want to go back 10 years to explain and connect the web dots to understand why this is so important. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I'm running into a lot now too, because a lot of people are stumbling on it and thinking they hit the eureka moment, not knowing this cave mind go deep. You know, it's just now getting more light, so more people are waking up. I can't say that, but it's a lot of people who fell back asleep because we always feel like nothing's going to change, or the elites at the top are not going to relinquish the power or whatever. But nah, the light has been shown. A lot of people are scattering now, so I think more eyes are on it. It's just a different way that we got to approach the topic, because the people who's been on it is just numb to it now.
And America is the one that's fucking up, right? America is fucking up because if you look at the other countries, like they telling they kings and shit, motherfuckers losing jobs and kingships and everything. Like, nah, bro.
Losing fucking royalties and shit.
They like,
right
nah,
now.
you got to go, bro. Nah, we ain't waiting. No, we don't need you to go to court for this. Nah, you got to go, bro. We don't need you to go to court for this. For the shit that we seeing here, no, they don't need to. It's like the fucking cum stains on the scarf with polite. Like, bro, okay, like they gotta go to court because you wanna do your due diligence. Everybody wanna have their day in court, right? You know, we have a democracy here, innocent till proven guilty. But in the court of public opinion, no, bro. If you got cum stains on a little girl's scarf, there's no need. We don't need to wait for anything. Listen. It's no explanation for that. There's no explanation because listen, y'all know oh boy, y'all seen the prince, right? The guy from Europe, the European prince guy. What's his name? Prince Harry, right? So You got to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Now, they can't show some of this shit because, again, it's child pornography, right? Or considered as child pornography. You know that they saying they redacted the victims' faces and identity out, right? So you got to listen to what these people saying. So we see Prince Harry laying over the top of a girl, right, that has her face redacted. Y'all get that? The victim's identity and faces should be redacted. We have Prince Harry laying over the top of a girl whose face is redacted. So some things, listen, sometimes you just got to be using common sense. You don't need to see Prince Harry fucking that girl. That's what we want to see. We came to a day, we in a day now where we don't believe it until we see Prince Harry actually fucking her. Or he say he fucked her. That's where we at today. I don't believe it because I didn't see the tape. They ain't produced no tape of him fucking her. And I don't see, this is when you let it go, you kind of slip into that and then you find yourself like lending credence to that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even me,
Corey.
even myself. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I want to say, Corey, is like I agree with everything you're saying. Beautiful rant, by the way. I agree with it. I think what it does to answer your question about why people are in that current state is because it holds a mirror to these motherfuckers and it makes them see who they really are. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people are not saying that, hey, I did wrong or this is wrong, because the fact of the matter is these are the people who put this particular individual in power, and it shows them that, hey, you have poor judgment and morality. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's hard for a person to take in. So like they go through all those different stages of cognitive dissonance where they dismiss, they try to explain it away because they're trying to protect their own personal ego, their own ideological beliefs about how good they are in themselves. And most people don't want to be a supporter of something like that. And to see it so plain, so clear, they're like, damn, am I a piece of shit too?
Right.
And that's kind of how I feel it, how I see it.
No, it's that dynamic. I definitely agree there. It's a lot of that dynamic. Like, and that's a part of what keeps it secret, because like it's guys that hadn't done anything like wrong per se, right? But they know these guys and they've enabled them in some way, shape, or form, right? And then so they want to keep their name out of it. Well, I wasn't fucking no kid, so I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Confirmation bias, Kyle.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we always separate ourselves. It's like the junkie thing, right? A junkie will see another junkie, right? One junkie is sniffing the dope, right? And then another junkie and the other junkie is shooting the dope. The junkie that's shooting the dope is like, bro, I'd never get like that. No, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It's that dynamic, right there. Like, yo, I wasn't fucking with the kids and the trafficked women.
Hey, Corey.
Like I knew what was going on. But at least I wasn't fucking with the kids.
Hey, Corey, that should be the name of your show. That with the live you gonna do, it should be shooting the dope or sniffing the dope. That's the name of your show. Well, I don't know if you can put dope on there, but that's a good analogy right there, because everything is wrong, but what I'm doing is what they doing, mm-hmm. Corey.
Yep. I ain't go that far. The girl I fucked was only 18. She wasn't 13. I wasn't fucking with the 13-year-old. I was just fucking with the 18-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bunch of like coke. It's copium. It's a bunch of coke. That's what it is.
Yep.
Coke is dope. You know what I'm saying? Coke is dope, baby. Like
that's a good one. That's a good one too, Corey. That's a good one too. That need to be on the T-shirt.
Hey, Corey, you rolling today, Corey? I don't know.
No, that's the title right there. That's the title right there. Coke Cope is dope. That shit is fly as fuck. That's a bar. Hell yeah.
That's crazy. All right, but I'm gonna go into the dispensary real quick, y'all. Y'all take over. Take over, Kyle. Kyle.
Yeah.
I done heard you do a rant before. I heard you do one before.
Keep this rolling. Keep this rolling.
Oh man,
What up,
Kyle
Thunder?
stepped back out, but peace to my man
What's going on?
Kyle. Thunder in here, you know he got some, you know he gonna start some controversy.
What up,
Yeah, we
Thunder?
know you.
And then he just
We
left.
know you voted for Thunder.
What up, Thunder?
What's up with my man Thunder today?
What up, Kyle?
Okay, Kyle had to step out, I think.
Oh, he said
Hey,
no.
he just stepped right out. He'll be back in.
Hey.
Chef just popped up.
How them little girls get on that island, bro?
They was
Don't do this, Thunder. Don't do this, Thunder.
Hey, real quick
Yeah,
before y'all
I'm doing
proceed.
I'm doing it.
Jesus loves us all, man.
How them little girls get on that island, Brad?
Hey, Brad. He asked me a question.
He put a name on it. He put a name on it. Hey, Brad. How them little girls get on that island?
He just bounced out. He
gone. Somebody asked me that. How them little girls get on that island, bro?
They was transported over there.
They trafficked them there. They were trafficked them there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what the FBI just said yesterday was he wasn't operating no sex trafficking ring.
That's cap. We all know that that's cap. That's cap. That's cap. I can explain it why. The whole shit, the people who understand the connection, the whole shit is ran through a child sex ring. He might not have been doing it, but he's connected with people who are doing it. It's
okay, well, that ain't what we talking about then.
That is what we're talking about, Thunder. Because it's all departmentalization.
So wait, DQ. So Thunder, answer that question. How did them kids get on that island? How did them little kids get on that island? No, you answer that.
You got on fucking.
Oh, you want me to answer it?
We think they
absolutely.
I
would suggest that the parents may have had something to do with it. I think it's highly likely. When you look at, and the reason why I say that is when you looked at Aaliyah, when you look at R. Kelly and all the stuff he was doing and with them little girls, he wasn't kidnapping or nothing. The parents bought them children to R. Kelly. The parents bought Aaliyah, all them people. Listen.
It's a larger scale.
I really want to know. But that ain't what I asked you. Hold on. How did the survivor get back home to their parents? How that happened? When he was killing a lot of them girls. So how them survivor got back? So we gonna skip over the killing the girls.
Yeah, I'm like right now, bro. You're totally bugging. I'm not about to focus on a side dish when the main entree is right there. You do that.
Right.
I'm doing that, bro.
And you said you gonna suggest their parents did what? Their parents flew them to the island? Is what you're saying? Because you're still not answering the question, Thunder. How did they get to the island? They were flown to the island. By whom? I don't know whoever the pilot was. Oh, we not doing this. Okay, we not doing. Okay, I see what you do. The point is, how did Jeffrey Epstein get access to them little girls?
Come in.
That's a different question, Thunder. You know that's a different question. Okay, that's fine. How did Jeffrey Epstein get access to them little girls? Hey, Cuban, you gotta mute out.
Hey, mute out, Cuban.
How did Jeffrey Epstein get access to them girls? I can't wait till Corey get out this dispensary. Boy, because you playing the game. You playing the whole game.
Well, he ran a Thunder. He ran a modeling agency. That's how he got in touch with most of those girls, man. He ran a modeling thing, and that was kind of like his front, where he would groomed.
He
Well, he
would
would get the
groom.
girls.
He would groom.
Yeah, that's how we
He
got
would groom.
access, Thunder.
You don't know
You
that,
got any
Thunder?
more excuse questions,
Okay.
Thunder?
You know Thunder don't know anything.
He was grooming the girls.
No,
And then the
that
parents-
environment, that
No,
model.
Thunder. Wait, Thunder. That's the answer to your question.
Listen, Thunder. The modeling environment.
He was grooming
No,
the
I
girls.
said that.
No, see,
I
look,
said
that's
that.
the smelly fish.
Listen,
Wait, no, we ain't gonna let him
listen,
do it.
Thunder.
That's the
No, we
smelly
not
fish.
Thunder. Check this out, Thunder. We said
Go
you
ahead,
ran a
Ricky.
modeling thing. Now
He
within
ran
that
a modeling
within
Yeah.
that modeling environment, grooming is one of the things that happen. It's similar like with the cheerleading shit. Like that that shit is part of the lifestyle with it. So
Yeah.
they're already usurping, they're already being a predator in that environment. So it's probably easier to select in that environment due to what's already going on. So that's how he can have access to those children. To answer that question simply, don't try to stick
And
on
also,
don't try to
Thunder, he recruited him by him and what's that lady name? Maxwell.
Don't give him no more, Smalls. Don't give him no more. Make him fight from there. He asked the question, you answered it. Now what, Thunder?
I'm not Smalls. I'm not Smalls though, but
oh my bad, Top Dog.
Thunder, he had a model, he had also a massage thing where they would hire girls to do massage therapy and shit. That was also another avenue he got on it.
So the 9-year-olds was massaging people, right? That's who you hiring.
No, this is what would happen. He would.
I want to see how y'all fucking
hire
up.
the
I just
girls.
want to see how y'all fucking up. That's all. That's all I'm doing.
He
That's
would
all
hire
I'm
the
doing.
girl.
They had some 9-year-old models, right? That's what y'all saying, and they would just
You
they
just
would take weekend trips. They would take weekend trips to Phoenix Island. That what y'all saying?
Nope.
That was listen, Thunder. The
This a
modeling
wild
thing was a way in. Also, the massage thing. He said, "Hey, can you come massage me over my house?"
Okay, good. So the
He'd give him a
9-year-old
couple of
was
bucks. Can I
massaging.
finish talking?
So he was hiring the 9-year-olds to massage these clients. That's what you were saying? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm done with you.
Don't call my name, nigga. Answer the question. You telling me that these 9-year-olds, he hired them 9-year-olds to massage these clients.
What 9-year-old are you? What 9-year-old are you talking about, Thunder?
Fuck,
What
it
9-year-old are you
matters where
talking
he got
about, Thunder? What nine? No, answer the question, Thunder. What 9-year-old are you
No,
talking about? What 9-year-old are you talking about?
You answer my question. Don't answer me no damn question. I asked you. So
my
you brought up
question,
modeling agency. You brought up modeling. So you're saying that he went to the modeling agency to get these 9-year-olds, and then you brought up a massage.
You said 9-year-old. I'm saying what?
So you saying that?
Are you talking
you
about?
hired some 9-year-olds to model
what
to massage
9-year-old?
No, it's a beauty
9-year-old
pageant.
are you talking about?
They had pageants.
You said what 9-year-old?
You know this shit. You know this shit, Thunder.
Nigga, what
You saying
9-year-old
you
are
don't
you
know?
talking about?
You don't know he had 8 and 9-year-olds over there?
No, don't know. What 9? Yep. What 9-year-old you talking about?
Don't worry.
You got to inform me.
Yeah,
What
you
9-year-old you talking about?
You ain't read none of that file. You ain't read none of that file.
You haven't read.
You just talking shit now.
What 9-year-old you talking about?
8 and 9-year-olds. Don't worry about it. You good.
What 9-year-old you talking about? Give me that. Okay, I know you ain't talking about nobody. You made that shit up.
We ain't had no 9-year-olds over there. Hey, everybody on the panel who don't know he had 9-year-olds over there, raise your hand. Say something.
I just got back. Who had the 9-year-olds? What was the point of you saying that?
What 9-year-old are you talking about?
Who y'all
Did Jeffrey Epstein have 9-year-olds at his spot?
He had some young girls. I think one of them was pretty young. I don't know. Don't get me to talking about exact ages, so I don't know. I know.
No, Corey, let that nigga. Let that nigga.
12. I'm talking to a bunch of niggas who ain't
Hey, one mic. I'll tell you what I know for sure.
One mic. I do know that there were 12-year-olds involved in this.
Okay, good. Let's go with
At least
12-year-olds.
they were.
Yeah. So you saying
No. We ain't gonna go with 12-year-olds. You said nah.
Oh, you said
I asked you
okay,
which one.
I don't
So
know
what
what
are you talking about? Don't answer the question for his ass, Corey.
That's right.
Bullshit.
All right. So you say he did not have. All right, good. All right, hold on. Let me. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
This nigga.
It was for nothing. It was all for nothing. I knew it. I can't believe y'all niggas ain't read the files. How the fuck can you be talking about something you ain't even read it?
3 million.
Wait,
It's 3 million documents. Everybody, ain't nobody read all the files.
That's a false
So
salary.
you might have seen something. Another
victims. I ain't talking about no damn the whole 3 million. I'm talking about the victims. Y'all ain't even read.
There's a lot of victims.
What they all threw out? They threw out the files. They threw out the files. What the fuck you talking about? You ain't talking about all the files. All the victims are throughout the damn files.
Thousands of victims.
Ask you what 9-year-old are you talking about, fella?
Wait. That ain't the first question. Top dollar. That wasn't the first question. He asked us, where was Jeffrey Epstein? How was these girls getting to the island? Then he asked, how was Epstein getting attached to the women? Yeah. So for what? Why is that a pertinent question? Are we shifting blame under?
It's only one way to get to an island. Maybe it's two, I guess.
Exactly. No, the point was not the transportation method. The point was, how did he get access to the girls? That was the point. That was the second question.
So this is where the co-conspirators come in at, right? If you look at something,
now we go. There you go, Corey. Come on.
Yeah. So if you look at his communications, they saying, yeah, this one's good. Yeah, this one's actually they was talking about a 10-year-old. I don't know about 9-year-old, but they was talking about a 10-year-old at one point in time, right? And then again, they get access through these beauty pageants. Everybody know this. They've been knowing this since the 80s, bro. All the rich people, all the rich. Listen, hold on. You're jumping out the window. You asked me a question, but you're ready to jump out the window.
No, I'm
all the rich millionaires and powerful men. Hold on. All the rich guys and powerful men, right? All knew that if you want to traffic women across the globe, you just get yourself a beauty pageant. Everybody knows that. That's not been a secret. That's never been a secret, bro. If you want to traffic women, the best way to do it is get yourself a beauty pageant.
So have your ass actually read the files under?
If I'm telling you it's 9 years in the files, why the fuck would you be asking me that I read them?
I'm trying to understand what's the significance of this 9-year-old though.
No, he is not a significant. How would it? What's his name? Who was that talking?
That was me.
Howard, I think. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard was making it a big deal. I'm not making it a big deal.
No, you a damn. I didn't even bring up a damn 9-year-old.
I told you we can go with 12. Listen, Howard, we can go with 12, bro. We can go with 15. The point wasn't the age. The point was, how did this nigga get? Is he high?
So he. This is the thing. Like, he's a billionaire, right? And he got multiple ways to do it. It's a sex trafficking ring. This is a sex trafficking ring. So Epstein ain't doing this by himself.
So the FBI say he was not operating a sex trafficking ring yesterday.
Who? Pam Bondi said that? The pedophile?
No, the FBI said that. Not the attorney general.
The very ones who redacted all of the perpetrators and put out the fucking victims thing. Those very people who said it, who said it wasn't because the head of the FBI. Listen, Thunder, listen, hold on. The head of the FBI said about a month ago, right, that the Epstein files was on her desk, right? Then the president came and said, well, this is all a hoax. It ain't no such thing as the Epstein files. Then Kash Patel come out and says, well, it ain't no co-conspirators. If we had co-conspirators, we would have went after her. Then Pam Bondi said, yeah, we're investigating all the co-conspirators right now.
So, like, what I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck what they said.
Okay, good. So
I know what's being done.
So you think they lying about it?
No, they can't lie about it. What they're doing is they're protecting a pedophile. They're pedophile protecting. That's what they're doing.
I can't argue with that.
When you put, hey, listen,
I can't argue with you on that.
If I unredact, hold on. If I unredact all the victims' names, which by law, that's against the law, an act of Congress said you can't do that, right? And I do another thing that Congress said I can't do by redacting the perpetrators' names.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I think that
And they said, it was an accident. I didn't know that I was putting the victim's address and names and all of that. I didn't know. It was an accident. I accidentally covered up the perpetrators' names. Because not only did I do it then, we've been doing that same shit for decades. We've been covering up the perpetrators' names. Right? We've been knowing at least 10 of the victims' names for fucking 20 years now. We've been knowing Virginia Giuffre. We've been knowing her name for 20 years. But we ain't we haven't known none of the perpetrators' names until just now.
Hey, Corey.
So what they've been doing, so what do you call that? What do you call that, Thunder?
That's a cover-up.
I would call it what you said. Cover-up, pedophile protector. Yeah,
absolutely. All right.
Hey, Corey,
let
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick, Corey. Did you see the hearing with Pam Bondi when they asked the victims to stand up and raise their hand?
Hearing I'm talking about. Everybody needs to watch it. Everybody.
Did you watch it, Corey?
I watched every minute of it.
Okay, I noticed in those victims. Did you notice when those victims stood up? They were
she
not
didn't turn
only.
Around.
No, I'm saying the victims were not only women, bro. I saw a man or two stand up too.
I was Virginia Giuffre's. But they was.
You didn't read the files, bro.
They were trafficking boys too, but those men were the girls that died. That was their
screwing boys.
Yeah, they was doing boys too. But what I'm saying is, those men that were there, those were the brothers and family members of the victims that had died and been killed.
The hearing's in the chat.
Got you.
Yeah.
I put the entire hearing in the chat.
Don't think I'm saying that they wasn't fucking with boys, but those men were family representatives, family members.
You hear what I said, Corey?
You say what, Brad?
I put the entire hearing in the chat, and I separated Jasmine Crockett's part because I think she did a little bit better than everybody else.
She did good. I want Massey though. Is there anybody?
I can get it. Yeah, I can get it.
Massey, and then the one Jewish lady too. I forgot her name. God damn it. She doesn't look like she Asian a little bit. I guess Jewish people are Asian in a way. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all gotta watch that. Watch this lady sit up and protect. You ain't never seen nothing like this before. I promise y'all. I can promise y'all, when y'all watch this shit, y'all have never seen nothing like this before. Never. And this is
like what?
Y'all got to understand who she is. She's the American prosecutor. She's the prosecutor of America. The attorneys general. And
what are you saying what she did? What are you?
If the prosecutor of America, hold on, listen here. If the prosecutor, the head prosecutor, that means she's every prosecutor in America's boss. If the head prosecutor is protecting pedophiles, where are we? Where's our justice system?
Why are you saying she's protecting pedophiles?
Listen, if I got to explain that to you, after everything I said,
explain to me how she protected.
Already said.
She's not Cash Patel, right?
She's the attorney general.
She's not Cash Patel, right?
Prosecuting. If somebody get prosecuted, she the one who say prosecute that motherfucker. Every prosecution comes across her desk.
Let me ask you a question. When did Jeffrey Epstein first get arrested?
Back in
You know what day?
2004
what year?
or something like that.
Better than
04
Taco
or
Bell?
something. It was early
Better than
2000s.
Taco Bell?
He went to prison in 2012, I believe, under the Obama administration. At the end of the Obama administration, they cut him that sweetheart deal, and he went to prison for a little while.
So he
Go
went
ahead.
to jail. He went to jail in 2009, I want to say.
Yeah,
no,
right,
he went to jail
right,
in 2008. He went to jail in 2008 under Bush, and then Barack he was released under Barack 2009.
Okay, gotcha.
So how many attorney generals have we had since then?
And that's what I've been saying the whole time, Thunder. This is a decades long. It's the Bush administration, it's the Obama administration, it's both Trump administration, and it's the Biden administration.
Yeah.
They've been covering this shit up, Thunder.
Right.
This is not a partisan issue. This is not a partisan issue.
No, it's not. It shouldn't be. It better not be.
Go ahead.
I just told you. They protect the pedophile. I'm with you. I ain't. I'm preach like that, bro. So yeah, you got me.
Tell Bundy, your attorney general sat up in front of the victims and protected their perpetrator in front of them.
How did she protect their perpetrator?
Sat there in front of everybody.
How did she protect the pedophile?
She protected them, Thunder, by obfuscating every fucking
not
question.
Answering the questions that the witnesses was there to hear.
God damn, Thunder.
Alluding, being elusive. Buffering. Right? Lying. Perjury. She perjured herself.
Twice.
She straight up lied in front of everybody. Perjuring herself.
What lie? What lie?
She made a few lies. Go ahead and look at the video, bro. Go look at the video. That's all I'm saying. I want you to have the video unfiltered. Again, I said this earlier. People look at things through influencer eyes. Now that I gave this rant, I influenced the way y'all gonna look at the video. See, me, I'm honest enough to say that, right? Already influenced the way for y'all interpret the video.
Yeah, I think you were influenced. Right now, I think you've been influenced by some niggas saying some talk about it.
I just watched it raw.
Man, you ain't watched up perjury. You heard that Ted Lou. You heard Ted Lou say he perjured herself.
I shared the video. I'm the one who brought the shit up. I watch C-SPAN for fun. This is what I do. I watch legislation get passed.
If you watch it and you know she perjured herself, you should know.
That's how I know what the Patriot Act is.
You should know how she perjured herself then.
This is what I'm saying. I have watched it. I do know how she perjured herself, but I want you guys to make your own determination.
All right, bro.
Right? Because, and I'll even tell you when she perjured. The representative from California, what's his name? Come on, Smalls, the Chinese guy. Representative.
Ted Lou, I done said it. Ted Lou.
Yes. He set her up. He set her up to influence you. He set her up, and she walked right into the trap and perjured herself. Because she was too busy file protect. She in campaign mode. She in there running the goddamn campaign for Donald Trump, and he already threw her ass under the bus. How he finna get rid of her motherfucking eye? Listen, he already gave her a Times article on that.
Hey, Corey, Ted Lou said one time that she perjured herself when she said there's no evidence in those files that Donald Trump committed a crime. He said you just perjured yourself because he knows what's in those damn files.
He knows exactly what's in them files. That's why he asked you the question.
He said it. He ain't sure it, though.
80% of the questions.
Because she is
He ain't
guilty.
said.
She has been a part of the cover-up. The cover-up is a crime, y'all. Y'all gotta understand, she already been committing crimes. She don't have to ever have seen Jeffrey Epstein before. But the fact that she's aiding and abetting criminals, the fact that she's
How's she
running
doing
the
that?
biggest cover-up in American history is the reason why she's a criminal.
Nigga,
That's why she don't want to answer the
releasing the files. She the one releasing the files, and you telling her that she the one committing the crime by covering up. Corey, you sound crazy as hell.
Thunder. It was an act of Congress.
No, it wasn't.
Bro, listen, if you don't know about this shit, stop talking to me about it. Stop fucking talking to me about this shit if you don't know about it.
When was the act passed, Corey?
It's the Massey. Listen, it's called the Epstein Files Act, and it
passed?
When was it passed? But it was passed like a month ago when they gave him 30 days to release the Epstein file.
So when was the first Epstein file released, Corey?
A month ago or some shit like that. I don't know. I can't remember the exact date.
Man. The first release was damn probably like in March or April. Nigga,
No, those were redacted. I'm talking about the unredacted. They were redacted. Listen, Thunder. You know what? I don't know what you're arguing with me about. What are you trying to prove here?
The act said that
the March don't count. A bunch of blank sheets of paper back in March don't count to me.
The act, okay, that's fine. It don't count. If it don't count, that's fine. But you can't say she ain't do it. She did do it. Yes, she did. And there wasn't no act that made her do it.
It was an act of Congress, bro.
The act of Congress. The act of Congress dealt with redactions, man.
Thunder. If you don't know, don't argue with me, bro.
If I'm telling you, why would you say I don't know?
So it wasn't an act of Congress. It was
the damn March release. You ain't know nothing about that.
The Massey Connor bill was not an act of Congress. It was not a veto-proof bill. You telling me that was not the first fucking veto-proof bill in decades?
I think we talking past each other. So let's start over.
I can't. We're not talking past each other because I said what it was, and you start arguing with me.
I'm telling you, we talking past each other. So let's slow down. So I think it was either the first release was in either March or April of last year, right? And then of course they've been slow walking and dripping shit out little by little by little. Then you had
illegal itself. But go ahead.
Then you had it ain't illegal. It's just whatever.
It's illegal.
The Massey joint came out. Yeah, I want to say it was January, or it might have been late December. I want to say it was January. And what that act dealt with was simply what you're talking about, the amount of redactions.
Are you referring to it as a? When I say it's an act of Congress,
I told you we're talking past each other. Relax, bro. You calm down at this point. Yeah, calm down. So the act dealt with redactions and time periods in which shit needed to be released, covering up those people, covering up the clients' names and all that other stuff. That's what the act dealt with. My original point was that act. She was releasing files before that act. Now, when you talking about, I just told you. Around March or April of last year.
That was not. That was due to listen. They had went back in to make more adjustments to the act. They had already passed the Rocana and Massey Act, bro. What are you Thunder? You at least chat GPT it. At least chat GPT it and then start talking to me. At least do that. You owe yourself that much, Thunder. You owe it to you. This was the first veto-proof bill passed in decades. Veto-proof. When have you ever heard of it? Y'all never even heard that term before. It's so rare. I never even heard the term. It's so fucking rare.
Okay, it was introduced on July 15th of last year.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I know that. It wasn't
So,
past July 15th of last year, though.
Didn't you hear me say I didn't know the exact date, right? So now if you gonna act like that's what I was arguing about, the exact date, or was we acting, or
No,
was I
Corey,
arguing
you were
about
saying that it was
whether
Corey, we agree. This is my point. You just arguing to be arguing at this point. We
Okay,
agree that it was passed. It was passed earlier this year. It was either passed either January or maybe even December. We agree on that, man. All right. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm saying although the act was passed in January of this year, Pam Bondi has been releasing different files related to Jeffrey Epstein back in March of last year.
It was July of last. Read it again. What did you say? I think that was in July.
It was introduced to Congress July the 15th of 2025. It was introduced July 15th, 2025. Okay. Now, I want to say the Epstein Files Transparency Act. That's what it's called. Epstein
Transparency Act. Yes.
Files Transparency Act. Pass. Let's see. I said, okay, release. Okay, November 19th of 2025. It was signed into law. All right.
Okay.
So 2 months ago, it was signed into law. No problem. And what it does is let me see what it does.
So I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing now. So you running interference for her. You running interference for her because she did put out shit in March, right? Before the bill was passed.
There you go. Now you get it. Now you get it.
So why do you say that? Why do it, Thunder?
I already said it.
Do it.
Why do what?
Listen, if you don't know what I'm asking, then I'm done with you. Done. I can't have a conversation because this is the very reason why shit goes as far as it goes. Because we lend credence and we sit up and we thinking we doing some type of intellectual shit, but really what we're doing is enabling.
No, it's not enabling. Why would you say that?
That's really what it is. We think we're doing an intellectual exercise here. We want to bring it all out. We want to tease out every part of it, right? We want to bring in a different opinion so we can get the nuances, right?
So you want to holler and scream and be right.
The intellectual bullshit, right? Which allows, because all it does is lend credence. That's all it does.
Do you know what
the bitch been pedophile protecting since she got in the goddamn office, right? That's been her job. That's what she was hired to do because he knew better than what he did his last term, right? He put actual qualified people in his last term, but this time he knew better than that, right? So he knew what her fucking job was to do from the beginning is protect the fucking pedophile. But we won't say that.
That's been
hold on.
Hold on, Howard. One more second. So that's why I'm talking. That's why we're having this discourse now. And please listen and stop hollering and screaming. The reason why I disagree with you is because you're saying that she's the one protecting the pedophiles, but this man was released. He was arrested. And these files have been gathered for the last 20 plus years. You kicking her ass.
She's the fucking boss. I've already said all the other administrations, Thunder. I've already said that.
You kicking her ass, right? And rightfully so.
I'm not supposed to go and talk to Obama, to the AG of Obama. He's not the fucking boss right now. She's the boss.
I'm saying you can kick her ass and you right to do so. That's fine. But put context to it, man. Okay, there you go. That's all I'm asking. Corey.
So she was holding the Obama administration accountable earlier.
No, nigga, I heard you say his name, but you kicking her ass for pedophile protecting instead of saying all the AGs for the last 20 years.
She's the fucking boss. Why am I talking about Obama? Obama has not been the president for 10 years.
For the last 20 years been pedophile protected.
Obama has not been the president for 10 fucking years.
Exactly. That's why I'm finna kick your ass. That's now I'm finna kick your ass. Because you should be getting no Obama ass for not directing the AGs.
I'm done talking.
You ain't now you're done. Now you're done. Now you're done. When your damn savior, he ain't do shit to protect these little damn girls.
He's using the same excuse that she was using yesterday. This is great.
Well, what about? You the boss, bitch.
Oh my
she the boss right now.
And she doing something about it.
Man, please. She done perjured herself. She done perjured herself. She's done perjured herself. That's what she's doing about it. Listen. Then you gonna say, we're gonna go back down the same road we already been down. You go right back down the same road we already been down.
You heard that chink say she perjured herself.
Now he a chink and all of this.
You heard that slant-eyed. You heard that slant-eyed chink. You heard that slant-eyed chink say that she perjured herself, and you went along with it, and you don't even know how she did it, and now you want to bow out gracefully. No, don't bow out. Bring your ass back on here, and you tell me how she perjured herself. Don't tell me to watch the video. You made the reference. You made the claim. Now you stand behind that claim right now. Go ahead.
Exactly. Already answered that question.
You ain't answered nothing, Howard.
I did. Thunder, you need, boy. You know what? You make me take some high blood pressure medicine. Anybody in here got high blood pressure medicine?
The Epstein Files Transparency Act compelled the public release of Department of Justice documents, files, records, videos, and images related to the investigation and prosecution of Epstein and
What does the
Maxwell.
word compel mean, Thunder? What does that mean in legalese? Compel.
Look that up. It forces. It forces. Let's just say that the act forces the public release of DOJ documents, files, records, videos, and images related to the investigation and prosecution of Epstein and Maxwell. That's what it does.
Is there a time period on that, then?
Within 30-day deadline. The DOJ has been accused.
30 days.
No,
right?
let me read it.
Okay.
The DOJ has been accused of violating the law by failing to meet the initial 30-day deadline, which was December the 19th, 2025, and utilizing excessive redactions.
So already, they were breaking the damn law right there. Already, right? They took more than 30 days already.
That's a fact.
So that's covering up. That's the beginning of the cover up, right?
No. It was delayed.
Yeah, that's the beginning. And then the second thing you read was about the
That's
redaction.
a slight delay.
And the second thing you read was about the
excessive
redaction.
redaction.
That is breaking the law number 2.
That is correct. That is correct.
That strengthens Corey's argument about pedophile protect. That strengthens his argument.
I just told you, I agree. They are 100% been protecting pedophiles. I'm just saying it didn't start with Pam Bondi. Spread the wealth. They've been protecting that nigga for the last 20 years.
Who in here said it started with Pam Bondi? I said it started with the Obama administration. Me, I said it. I started out saying that. I said it went through multiple decades, multiple administrations. I said the Bush administration, both Trump administrations, the Biden administration, and the Obama administration. I said that. Where was you at, Thunder? Where the fuck was you at?
You did.
So what are you saying? So what's your argument then?
But at this point, what you're doing is zero in on her as if she is
She's the
a
fucking boss
pedophile protector.
right now. She's the one who can do something right now. She's the one who's accountable right now. She's the one who's pedophile protecting right now.
She is doing something right now. They're beginning their investigations and all that other stuff on these.
She lied. Now, tell me, is she lying or is she telling the truth about the investigation? Because she just perjured herself about that. So is this bitch doing investigations or is she not?
And also, Corey, that she has not investigated.
Because if you gonna sit up and lie for
one of the victims.
You gonna
interviewed one of the victims.
I didn't say perjury. You gonna sit up and interfere for a pedophile protector's perjury, Thunder. That's what you doing.
I did not say. No, I'm asking you to tell us how did she perjure herself. That's all I did. I didn't interfere with nothing. I asked you 5 or 6 times.
The conversation that we just had, that should tell you. That should tell you the conversation that we just had. Is the bitch, you answer the question, is the bitch investigating or not? Which one she doing?
She said she is. I don't know.
She said both things.
I don't know what she doing.
So right. And she sat up in Congress and don't nobody know what the fuck she doing. Under oath. Lying.
No, the lie was like you
ain't no liar. No, the pedophile protector ain't no liar. She wouldn't do that.
You gotta prove it.
When you think about
you gotta prove it. You can't just holler and scream.
You can't even comfortably do it.
I can't comfortably do it. I told her she
lying. The pedophile protector ain't lying. She ain't lying. She telling the truth. The pedophile protector telling the truth.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that she is the Attorney General. The FBI is who you need to be worrying about, bro.
What are you saying?
The FBI.
The representative says she is a fucking liar and she's committed a crime in front of everybody on national TV. Right? You saying no, she's not a liar.
Too. I guess they want to lie too. That same chick you talking about said that damn Trump was colluding with Russia. The same one. You don't understand what politics is, bro.
He did though. But they fake you. They can fake you out. No, they can fake you out.
Ain't nobody colluding no damn. There wasn't no evidence of that. It ain't never even.
That ain't what was said. Google, ChatGPT that. That ain't what was said. That ain't what was said. You can't prosecute a sitting president. That's what was said. You can't prosecute a president. That's what was said.
So,
asked him if he hadn't, they put him in front of Congress, right?
Okay, good. So you can't prosecute. You can't.
Put Jack Smith in front of Congress, and they asked him, did he have enough to charge? He said yes.
Okay,
you cannot charge a sitting president, though.
Okay, why they ain't charge him afterwards then?
I don't know. They wanted to let it go. Biden's a bitch. He dropped the ball. Merrick Garland's a bitch. I agree with you.
I don't fucking know.
If you tell that Merrick Garland and Joe Biden,
nah. If you telling me their argument was we cannot prosecute a sitting president on January 21st, on January 21st, that nigga should have been in front of damn judge. If that's your argument. If that's your argument, they cannot prosecute a sitting president.
My argument what, Thunder?
January 21st of 2021, he should have been in front of a judge. If that's your argument.
Absolutely, he should.
Okay, why wasn't it then?
Because Merrick Garland and Joe Biden is bitches. The Democratic Party.
No, because you believe
Democrats is bitches.
Because you believe that nigga. Because you believe that nigga. That's why.
I believe
you believe him, and he Jack Smith. You believe Jack Smith when he said they had no evidence.
I believe what the evidence said.
What the evidence say?
The evidence said he was colluding with the Russians. The evidence said there was Russian interference. The evidence said that this nigga was in cahoots with a number of different foreign entities. Putin
Putin and all them boys.
Ben Salman, what's his name? The Saudi prince, right? All them.
Mohammed bin Salman.
What you call it was involved in our what's the Israel? All these motherfuckers was involved in that.
Okay. And they just said, you know what?
Campaign finance violations all over the fucking place.
You telling me niggas in Georgia? You telling me Fannie Smith could prosecute her, but Jack Smith can't? All right, Corey.
No, he can't. The thing is, like, so a federal is different than state, right? So she prosecuted him on a state level.
I know.
You understand that, right?
I know that. Same thing with Letitia James. So why Jack Smith couldn't do it?
He said he didn't. Listen, it wasn't up to Jack Smith. It was up to Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland didn't do it because him and Joe Biden is bitches. The establishment Democratic Party are bitches. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Smith was just the investigator. Merrick Garland would have been the one to bring the charges.
Let's get back to pedophile protection. So I do agree with you that she definitely engaged in pedophile protection.
Like, if you don't understand this shit, don't argue. Just ask me the question.
I'm not arguing with you. Nigga, why you can't just agree? We agreeing to agree. She engaged in pedophile protection, right?
But she ain't a liar though. At the same time, she doing what she's supposed. But you're telling me she doing everything she can, and she doing what she's supposed to do.
You gotta agree. We don't agree on that.
How is she pedophile protecting, but she's doing what she's supposed to do? How is that even coherent, Thunder?
Listen to what I'm saying. She's supposed to release those names, those 6 names, right? And she did not do it. But you keep bringing it on her. It ain't her. It is the FBI. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The FBI is who is releasing these. She's just the attorney general.
To bring the prosecution to it. Fuck releasing them. Who gives it? We all know who these niggas is already. Everybody been knowing them. But we want charges brought.
Carl, let me ask you a question. That be reasonable at this point. If they had enough evidence to charge these people back in 2009 when this first started, 2008, they convicted Jeffrey Epstein in 2008. They just convicted Ghislaine Maxwell maybe 2000 and what, 21, 22? So if they had enough evidence to prosecute them,
they ain't convict nobody else, right? That means nobody else did nothing wrong.
I'm asking you a question. If they had enough evidence and they were found guilty, these niggas are in jail.
I don't know why.
So why didn't those same attorney generals that we bitching about right now
I have no idea.
prosecute those co-conspirators, those 6 people right now?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good fucking question. I'd like some answers to it.
I want to try and answer because and I don't know anything for sure. Reading the tea leaves.
Y'all know everything because y'all got all the fucking information right in the palm of your hand. Instead, y'all will sit up and argue with me about it, though. Y'all know everything. Y'all got it. Y'all know everything about it. All y'all got to do is look it up.
The way I'm looking at it, Thunder, is that it's like the Billionaire Boys Club. There's so many intertwined web is interwoven that they decided that we can't fuck. I really honestly think that's what it is. There's so many heads of companies, politicians, princes. It's like this shit, and I think that's why they made that decision. What do you think, Thunder or Corey? I think that's my own personal take.
I agree 100%. I ain't got no problem with that. If you reasonable, I'm gonna agree with you. Corey is reasonable with the pedophile protector. Everything else he just wilding out like he usually do, right? So
like what though? What did I say that was unreasonable?
That she's lying about whatever she did. Nah, bro, you can't just say that because Ted Lou said it.
About
she's
what?
perjuring herself and all that. Nah, bro, you can't just agree. You can't just agree with Ted Lou because he said it. That ain't responsible. That's irresponsible.
Listen, the lawmakers. I mean, the lawmakers make the fucking law. If he says she broke the fucking law, I'm listening to the fucking lawmakers. I'm not listening to you apologize for the fucking pedophile protector. That's what I'm not going to do.
I haven't offered an apology for her, bro. I throw on her the bus same as you. But I'm saying it ain't. It's a system, bro. I think overall, my overall message is, my overall point is, it's a system. That's what I'm getting to, and you keep pointing at her. I'm saying the whole system is fucked up.
You're talking about her hearing today. That's what we talk. She's a fucking pawn. She's gonna be a fall guy in the end. She ain't committed no real crime. She wasn't involved in Jeffrey Epstein. She's gonna listen. She's gonna pay a price before Donald Trump do. They gonna go get her ass before they go get Donald Trump and all of the rest of the motherfucking 60 men. Because they gonna dump it all on her. She the one broke the law. She the one unredacted the victim's name. All that's gotta be answered to. Those crimes, that's a committed crime. That's gotta be answered to. The problem is she gonna be the fall guy. So I know. All she doing is
She is just the attorney general. She's not the head of the FBI.
I never said she
was. Trying to make her the FBI. Well, she had nothing to do with those documents. She's the attorney general.
Listen. When you're the attorney general, like when you handling legal documents, the FBI stores and holds on to that information. As the attorney general, when legal documents need to be handled, you the fucking motherfucker that's in charge.
Yeah, she makes the call, Thunder. She makes the call under the FBI.
The documents, Thunder. You don't know what this shit. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. The FBI ain't interpreting. She the fucking one who interpret tell them what can be redacted and what can we do and all of the minutia, the legalese. She's the one.
She is a legal person. She's a legal person, Thunder. And not only that, when the FBI gets the information, who they bring the information to, the person can decide.
The attorney general.
Yeah, damn, Thunder. You know this
they
stuff.
Determine whether they get prosecuted or not.
Come on, Thunder. God damn.
I don't understand what the hell he's saying. He just saying shit. And this is what I'm saying. If you don't know, just ask the question. That sounds better.
Do you understand the difference between the DOJ and the FBI?
I don't. I'm a stupid motherfucker.
Do you understand the name? Do you understand that there's a difference between the Justice Department and the fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation? Do you understand this?
The Federal Bureau of Investigation is under the DOJ.
Yes, it is.
Right. So
yes, it is. But you do realize they're two separate entities, right?
Yeah, one investigates and brings.
Your dad is ahead of you, but guess what? Your dad ain't you, right? Your dad is separate from you.
What?
Just because you commit a crime, that don't mean your daddy committed the crime. We good? We straight on that?
Thunder, what are you doing right now, Thunder?
Apologizing. He's apologizing for pedophile protector is what he doing.
I just told you the pedophile protector is fine, bro. I'm not fucking with you on that. That's a fact.
I never said you didn't say that was fine. Okay, right now you apologize.
Well, no, because the Justice Department is the one that's coming back and making these corrections, not the damn FBI. That's what I'm saying. When the FBI released the shit initially,
I never brought up the FBI, Thunder. I never brought the FBI up. The FBI never came out of my mouth one time. So what are you talking about?
That's the problem. The problem is you ain't brought them up, and that's who you should be damn talking about. The FBI is the one is in charge of these goddamn files. Not the Department of Justice.
Investigating.
No, they were in charge of releasing the files. All right,
man,
bro.
look, I'm through
My
talking.
girl,
I'm
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Instead of having and then this is another thing, like, this is what happens, right? We start arguing over meaningless shit rather than being informed, right? Rather than Thunder actually pulling, he got a lot to do, right? But you could actually pull up the hearings, right? We could actually listen to the shit together. Like something substantive, rather than apologizing.
Let's do that. Nah, see you now. That's why we get in the argument. That's why we get in the argument because you're rhetoric. If you want,
Corey,
to
Corey,
stop,
can I read something real quick, Corey?
There you go. Let's
Can I read
read.
something real quick. All right. Because you asked this question, and I'm gonna answer the question. You asked who's in charge of primary authority in charge of the Jeffrey Epstein files is the United States Department of Justice, acting under the direction of U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. I don't know why you said the FBI, Thunder, but I don't know what.
He's the fucking boss.
You just be saying this shit, Thunder, or what? I don't know.
No, it's the whole
read that again.
Aristotelian type deal. Like I'm gonna like ask some questions and the contrarian, like it's the intellectual, and if you don't want to engage in the conversation, then you're not really intellectual, and a bunch of fucking bullshit. This is how you get it's lending credence to that. This is how we get where we at, y'all. Lending credence when you know better. The nuance and they haven't really. There's not been any actual charges. These are allegations. All of the fucking bullshit that y'all wouldn't go for in real life because y'all didn't do that with polite. Thunder, you didn't do that. All you needed to know was that little girl had some semen on her scarf, and it was over with. You didn't need to see and document. Here we is apologizing for a bunch of racist white supremacists.
That's not hitting. Now the truth coming out. Now the truth coming out.
Howard, read that. Read what you said again, please.
What you mean about the Justice Department?
Yeah, because I don't know why this is so confusing. I don't even know why y'all talking about it. It don't even make sense. But why? What are you saying?
That's all. That's why.
Oh shit! Where is it at? The primary authority in charge of releasing Jeffrey Epstein, United States Justice, acting under the direction of Attorney General, currently Pam Bondi.
Okay, so why'd you read that?
Because Thunder said the FBI was responsible for that.
That you said that's what you said, Thunder?
Yes, he said that.
He been running interference for Pam Bondi for 2 hours now. for what? I don't know. I don't know why. But I think he liked
clarity, so you can move on, or not move on from the conversation, but just on this FBI, Pam, who got what? Only thing the FBI does is investigate. That's it. That's all they do. All they do is investigate. They just invade. I mean, you can throw a whole bunch of minutia under it, but to make it easy for you to understand, the FBI is the investigative arm. They gather the evidence. They're the ones that's going to do the search warrants, hand out the subpoenas, and analyze and build the case files.
They're responsible for archiving too.
Right, I don't want to give too much information because then it's just going to bog it down more. But essentially, they just gather evidence, conduct the interviews. They do what you see on Law and Order on the first 30 minutes of Law and Order. That they're the ones that's out in the street knocking on doors, that kind of thing. the attorney general's job, she doesn't really prosecute cases on her own. They just oversee the prospect. She has federal prosecutors, and she's the one that decides whether that case moves forward, whether we sitting on it or we stop. Like when you see those major indictments, she's the one that said, "Go ahead."
Raz, we told Thunder this shit 2 hours ago.
I know, but when we keep saying Epstein files, understand that the majority of these files are just tips and investigations and call lines. It's not like, because everybody keeps saying read them.
It's 3 million documents.
Yeah, but most people don't know that, Corey. But when you say
we can't do that, we can't. Most of them are pictures and
emails. No, I would agree. Guess what? I would agree.
And it's like that. It's not tips. It's not tips. We gotta quit saying that.
I'm not okay. Then I'll be one. I'm trying not to get too bogged down, but I'll be clearer. It's pictures, tips, calls, photos, emails. Record. Right.
Financial exchanges. Yes,
right. Exactly. I'm just talking about the recent releases. The recent releases, they haven't even gone through those, but it is what it is. The point being is, she is most certainly protecting pedophiles. Because to say that most of this information has not reached the level to where a case could move forward, that's the actual crime. And it ain't just her. It's been over the past 8 years. That's cool. But I want to focus on this group. Because the files that just got released now with that Transparency Act, we'll explain veto proof later. But that once these files, there's been enough to prosecute. The fact that not one person, just because you were mentioned in the files doesn't mean you committed a crime. But the fact that not one person has been prosecuted out of this 3 million file dump, that's the actual crime.
That's the crime.
That's the crime. The fact that you haven't found no one that can go to jail behind this besides Jeffrey Epstein, that don't even make sense. And now that's not even enough evidence to put charges on nobody. That don't make sense. That's the part that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all having a
Republican saying the same thing. Representative Mask saying exactly what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, you were bogged down. If you watch the hearings, this conversation makes sense. But listening to this in the car, y'all bogged down on stuff and missing the major points. This amount of data has been dropped and no one has been prosecuted. And it's Pam Bondi's job to move that case forward. Who cares about what the FBI got to do? I'm trying to tell you, the reason why nothing has moved forward is because of her, because she has the power to do it.
Yeah, that's what I said a while back.
So y'all can go back and forth and whatever, but that's what I see as criminal, in my opinion. Because you don't just being around Jeffrey Epstein doesn't make you a criminal.
If you watch the hearings, she couldn't even turn around and acknowledge that the victims was even. That tells you everything there. See, I don't need. I'm not this legal guy, and I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular person, right? When you can't find the humanity in yourself to turn around and acknowledge that these people even are alive, that they even exist, that tells the story. I don't need a whole bunch of explanations. What am I looking for? A bunch of, and she doing all this filibustering and why? I mean, y'all have to see, this is when, and y'all got to understand, this is the attorney general. That's why it's like if the attorney general is protecting the pedophiles, who's out there protecting the fucking victims? Like, this is why it takes 30 years for women to come out. This very shit right here, the shit that Thunder doing, is the reason why it takes 30 years. Because the women, you understand, they did a psychological thing, right? What happens is these women start to have children, and they get husbands and family, and then they see the value of that. And then they want to protect that. And they understand, like, yo, by me being quiet, that's not protecting mine. And it's something psychological that comes out of them women when they become mothers, right? They get the strength to stand up, but it's 30 years later. It's 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? And then and we all sit up and minimize, man. Shit, they say he was fucking with them hoes, but you know how hoes is. But I don't know, man. I mean, like, you'd think they would have blocked some niggas up already. A bunch of shit. That's why the shit goes on. It's the public that allows it. It's us that sit back and apologize for it is why it goes on. Because if we didn't play that shit would have been prosecuted 30 years ago. He wouldn't have got the sweetheart deal where he go to report to jail. He do nights. He spend a night in jail and get out every morning. And he done molested children? And y'all, and we sit back and watch this nigga get a sweetheart deal while black men and women get caught with a goddamn joint and go and do 30 fucking years? And then we sit up and apologize for these fucking racist white supremacists? Because that's exactly what they fucking is. Don't nobody never want to say it. Well, we can't say they racist. They ain't never said they was racist. I never heard him say the N-word, but we all know. We all know they fucking, this is the whole administration. The whole fucking Republican Party is a bunch of fucking Klansmen. They done took the mask off. They don't give a fuck. They wearing their hoods and robes in public now. They throwing high Hitler and all this old wild shit, like, and giggling and you guys are so y'all get so emotional over everything. Everything's a fucking joke. That's how we get here. That's why they ain't prosecuted. Everybody asks, well, why ain't they? Well, cause we act like we don't know why. Because we live in this fucking autocracy. Been living in this fucking these evangelicals running around trying to get in between women and their doctors and shit. Like, all of this shit ties in. All of this shit ties in. And they shut up because they know what's going on, but this guy's gonna pass, Bible study in school again. So I'm gonna shut up about him being a pedophile. All this old wild shit that goes on. And we know what's going on, but it ain't really no evidence. I mean, it wasn't no videotape. I mean, a bunch of the bullshit. Because I don't go for that shit in my real life, right? I don't need a nigga to slap me in the fucking face before I know he disrespected me. Half you niggas don't know if you being disrespected till the nigga putting a boot up your goddamn ass. Fucking stupid to me. Where's the fucking common sense? I think you niggas got in this fucking community talking about scientific literacy and y'all done forgot about fucking common sense. Where Fetty at? Fetty, don't let this shit ride, bro. Don't let that shit ride, bro. They're gonna tear your fucking world up. I'm good. I got 30 more at best. 30 years, that's you shit. That's your life. Your life ain't that long. I got 30 years left on this motherfucker. It ain't gonna be that fucked up for me, right? But you trying to raise a family, you want to see your grandkids and shit. Don't let this bullshit. Don't let these motherfuckers troll you out of your fucking democracy, out of your civil rights. That's what they doing. They trolling you out of your civil rights. Or DEI and all a bunch of fucking crybaby ass white bitches. A bunch of white men bitching.
DEI and woke, right? When the motherfuckers speak up, you woke.
The trannies is running my life. You a bitch. If a tranny running your life, you's a bitch. And the tranny, a bunch of grown-ass men, white men, crying and bitching and boo-hooing. Ain't never did nothing on merit. Here we is falling for they bullshit. Talking merit, talking shit. And DEI and diversity and all a bunch of bullshit. Black women way more qualified than these bitches. We got a pedophile protector on the goddamn Judiciary Committee. Jim Jordan sat there, the head of the Judiciary Committee. See, most of y'all don't know this shit. He's a motherfucking pedophile protector. He knew that motherfucker was in there touching on them boys and girls. The doctor at the college, he was a wrestling coach over there. And every time the students come and tell Jim Jordan, he laugh it off. Oh, that's just Jim, or whatever his name. What was the guy's name that was sticking his finger in the boys' asses and shit? The college guy. What's his name? The doctor. Y'all know him because you niggas is the sports motherfuckers. We're all sports motherfuckers at. Oh, y'all didn't hear about that. All y'all hear about is the stats. Y'all
You
don't know
ain't
about
talking
the
about
kids.
Sandusky, are you? You talking about Sandusky?
Is he the doctor
No,
that was
he was
fingering the boys when they go get the physicals and shit? That's who Jim Jordan was. He was the wrestling coach over there. And every time the kids come tell him, he laugh it off. Oh, that's just John. That's how he is. See? Pedophile protectors. And he the fucking head of the judiciary, listening to rape victims. And kowtowing to Pam Bondi. Because that's him. He's Mr. President. When they say Mr. President, that's Jim Jordan up there on this very hearing that we're talking about. He's a pedophile protector. And look at him kowtow. Yeah, Pam Bondi, because you did so good, and you do this so good, and you do that so good. A bunch of fucking bullshit is sickening. It's sickening when you know what's really going on. And again, the Epstein files ain't just about sex crimes, right? These motherfuckers doing all kinds of insider trading, bribing our officials, stealing from kids, billions of dollars from kids, playing Call of Duty. Billions of dollars. Predatorizing your kids. Jeffrey Epstein predatorizing your kids sexually and financially. So I know half of y'all don't give a fuck about them girls, but at least you goddamn give a fuck about your bank account, don't you? You give a fuck whether your government is not being blackmailed, right? Your government officials. I hope you do. Half you niggas don't give a fuck about that. I don't get involved. All of them doing something. All of them. That's how it keeps going. That's how you minimize it. Well, shit, please. All of them doing it. I mean, what can we do? That's the question I said earlier that y'all need to think about. Why even bother? What can I do? Why bother? Why give a fuck? What's the reason to give a fuck about for?
That's another
I got
reason why
my
this
answer.
two
I got
party.
my answer. Y'all answer. Y'all get y'all answer. I got mine.
Hey Corey, that's another reason why I needs to fucking go away, man. They fucking us over, bro. Yeah, this two party system need to end that shit. I'll let you. I don't want to interrupt you though. No interruption. 'Cause I don't rant. So.
No, I'm good. Go ahead. I'm done, man. Y'all shit. I be liking to engage in the conversation, but like when we get a motherfucker, every time we bring this conversation up, it seems like we always getting somebody apologizing. Well, now explain to me, how did she lie? Well, first of all, she protecting pedophiles. That's one lie, ain't it? I mean, how much more lies you need to see after that? Like, if you already agreed that she protecting pedophiles, you got to be lying to do that, right? You got to be lying. She gonna protect the pedophile. Now I need to explain to you how she lying about the investigation and whether she doing it. And no, I ain't doing it, but yeah, I am doing it. The president said we just need to move on. The FBI director said, well, it ain't nobody to prosecute. We ain't got no evidence of no crimes.
I think what happened, they tried to make Epstein, well, he was the guy, but in Jocelyn, and they thought the shit would go away. And Trump's ass, with his wanting to win the White House so much, said, hey, we're gonna release these, trying to get votes and shit. And I think all the politicians thought they successfully buried this shit. But thanks to Trump, Brash, here we are now on the cusp of getting all these motherfuckers in jail. Hopefully, at least prosecuted. Hopefully. So the one thing I can thank Trump for is that, because he's the one that got this shit back up like that, running his damn mouth.
Do you have an alternative to the two-party system?
I don't know, man, but it got to be something done about it, bruh. I don't have one personally. I don't even know how it could be done. I know you're a political. I think you said your degree was in political science, right?
Yeah, but that ain't politics. Well, I mean, yeah, but I just watch politics as a hobby. But my degree is that I worked in politics. But I'm saying, I'm serious. Do you have any alternative, or does anybody have any alternative to the current two-party system?
I don't have an alternative. I don't know how. But I just believe the shit needs to. We do away with this shit. I really do. How, I don't know.
Because it's not a law for us to have a two-party system. It's just that's how the elections are structured. But we don't, there's other parties, and it's all winner take all. So, but it's not written into law per se. It's just those are the two largest parties.
But when they make rules about you need to have so much money, age, kind of, you know what I'm saying? It kind of filters out everybody but the two biggest parties that got the most goddamn donors and money.
I'm gonna ask a question. I ain't trying to be sarcastic. Would you rather have a king?
No. But
Okay, it's better than that.
no, but we damn near got
I
one
mean, I know.
right now.
Could it be better? Yeah, I agree. The system, all systems could be better. If you came up with another system and it ran well, you eventually people would be saying, looking for something better. But
I think Howard's just struggling to say what he really means, right? Like I think we had this conversation before, corporate lobbying is very destructive to our political system, where there's 2, 3, 4, or 5 parties being involved. The fact that the corporate interests carry so much weight in what politicians do after they get elected is a bigger problem than there only being 2 parties, right? I don't think that he's actually trying to say he want to dismantle the government or he want to just start over fresh. Maybe he's just trying to address some of the problems in the system and feeling like, attacking the 2 party is the actual thing. But you definitely want opposing views out there for sure. You certainly don't want one party system, right?
I'll give you a
That's
perfect
definitely out there.
example. I'll give you a perfect example how I feel that the 2 party failed us, and this is the DNC. Bernie Sanders, who I would vote for, or Bernie Sanders had to run as a damn Democrat. He's not a Democrat. But in order for him to even have a voice, he had to run as a fucking Democrat. And then, after that, they screwed him up with the Hillary shit. I mean, that shit was fucked up. It said he couldn't even run under his own thing because it would have been a lost cause. That's what I'm saying. There's something wrong in that.
well, the
Something wrong.
solution staring you in the face is just most people don't want to recognize it. The solution is vote. The solution to all of it has been vote. If it's not somebody that you don't like right now, the Epstein files is the major issue. I'm patiently waiting the primaries to see if the United States of America thinks this is a major issue. That's what I mean when I say most people are just talking. Vote. If you don't like Republicans, vote them out of office. If you don't like Democrats, vote them out of office. If you love Bernie Sanders and the United States thinks that that's the solution, vote Bernie Sanders into office, whether he's a Democrat or Green Party, whatever he runs under. The solution is vote, Howard. It's the tough solution. It sounds too much like work, but the solution is vote.
I agree with that. And also, you can do, and
It's
this is
always
another
vote.
example. Yeah, I vote. I don't. Yeah,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
I got you.
Yeah, right. If they didn't, if Donald Trump being president of the United States elected, he was voted in, but it was close enough, right? If a larger segment of the population voted for Kamala Harris, white, black, or otherwise, she would have been the president of the United States, and then we'll see how she do. But it's still going to come down to voting. And right now, what you're seeing with immigration is not really like white, black, or it's not even really that. What it is even if we're saying white people only voted for Trump and they voted against Kamala, the 2 people that died in those, God bless the dead, but the 2 people that died in the Minnesota were white, fighting against Trump initiatives, Trump administration initiatives. So apparently white people ain't all on board. If you watch those hearings, a lot of people ain't on board, but they didn't. But I think a lot of people didn't vote, and they're just complaining right now, which is your right. We live in America. Go ahead, Howard. I apologize if I cut you.
So you saying that it was the lack of people that didn't vote that gave Trump the victory?
I would say, I don't know, Chef. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go out. I don't know if I want to go that far, but I know based on the venom that it seems like the whole United States is disappointed in this administration, and I'm in that percentage, but I think a lot of the United States was disappointed in him and his actions before he got elected. But when we watched election night didn't say that. The fact that he won all them swing states, that's like that's always been something that bothered me, Chef. Honestly, I still to this day, and I'm not no conspiracy theorist with election interference and all of that. I still, for the life of me, cannot believe that he won every single swing state. If you remember live, when we was live while it was happening, I've just never seen that happen before. He didn't have that level of approval. So, and now when I'm listening to the majority of the country, essentially is not in support, but he won by a pretty strong margin. So something ain't matching up. So that's why I'm hoping I'm hoping in these primaries, some people start getting voted out of office.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I see the problem lying. Is because like on the political landscape, you had a lot less people getting out and vote on the federal, the national level, but you also have that on the state and local jurisdiction levels as well. And if the voters or the population would have came out and voted on those local levels, then he wouldn't even have the power to do the things that he's doing right now. And we got to remember, MAGA wasn't just a presidential election movement. This was a grass movement, to move people back closer to what they believe is white Christian nationalism. And so that idea in itself resonated with a lot of, far right and very conservative Christians, also black, white, Latino, the whole nine, is because they kind of tied their ideology to something. And what we're going to see is what my prediction will be in these midterms and the upcoming elections. We're going to see him lose his power. Because people are fed up, people are disappointed, people feel like they were misled or whatever, and they're going to vote the antagonists to the MAGA or the people who represent a change in ideology in the office. And so for me, I kind of see that like we got a couple more months of Trump being able to do the shit he's doing right now before we have the ability to reclaim the America that we wanted to have. But we dropped the ball over not just the last election, but the last 3 or 4 years by allowing these senators and congressmen and all these different people that can be in his power to even get there to begin with, to create that climate.
Even if we can't reclaim the America that we want to have, we can at least move on from some of this.
Yeah.
Some of what's going on. Because I still think the Epstein files aren't going to go anywhere. The illegal immigration issue is not going to go anywhere. And one of my disappointments, and this is just a disappointment in politics. That's why I like to get away from parties. This is my disappointment from politics. Is just watching the bipartisanship. Like I can watch a hearing yesterday and leave that hearing feeling like the Democrats are fully united, fully against what's going on. They're in lockstep. But then I could watch last week where 9 of them somehow got the bright idea to vote to keep ICE going. Like I like that shit. That kind of like that's what I mean by when we had these conversations. We could do the Republican and Democrat thing, and to each his own. But even my mind is boggled where I think it's just an overall governmental issue now at this point, because all of the fucking complaining and invalid.
I think they forced to vote that way by their constituency, though. Like they don't want their constituency to think like they woke and they voting for this, because some of them be like purple states. They be in purple states, so
yeah,
like
but they don't always vote
doing
for
the vote.
But no, Corey, do me a favor.
Defund ICE is like ugly to a purple.
Corey, don't back off. Don't back off the energy you have from the rant. The motherfuckers is cowards.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are.
You put me in a position where yes, you should vote. The constituency argument is 90. The number An acceptable number to represent your constituency and how they would want you to vote is 90%. You got 10% room to play. Voting to defund ICE or defund the actions of ICE or the unilateral authority of ICE, that falls squarely in the 10%. The entire United States is up in arms over this shit. That is an exact moment where you look at your constituency and say, you have no idea what's going on.
And that's a lot too, because we be up on it, and a lot of people ain't up on it either. So yeah, they do got to grab some balls and do what's sometimes best for the. You know what I'm saying? They got to take them kicking and screaming in the right way. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. As much as I would never be a firefighter, but I don't want no firefighter thinking about his. I hate to say this, it's a tough thing to say. But if you decide to be a firefighter, I don't want you thinking about your family when you coming in to save mine. What you signed up for is to run your silly ass into the fire, like all the rest of the people in the United States wouldn't. And I don't ever want to hear that you didn't run into the fucking fire because you was thinking about your wife and your daughter. Go be a work in a call center. Nigga, I pay taxes for you to damn near die. That's like do you know off-duty police officer can lose his job if he's like off-duty and he's in a convenience store or something and that shit's getting robbed and you fucking protect yourself because you trying to make it home, nigga, you a cop. You know, fucking off time. If my mom gets murdered in that place, I'm suing y'all. What the fuck is y'all doing? Could you imagine if the firefighters walked up to your house and just was like, hey, go in there, I need you to go in. Nope. Can't do that. I gotta make it home.
Right.
So I don't want to hear constituency when it comes to that. Yeah, but because Corey, them same guys that hide under constituency or hide behind it are the same fucking guys that will sit up there and do 9-hour press conferences on how terrible ICE is and be standing outside in the cold in Minnesota when you looking at their face knowing they don't give a damn, they're just trying to get a photo op.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like to do the CNN politics. That's why I had a problem answering Sheriff's question because it was a good question. I can't blame Donald Trump's action. I blame Donald Trump's actions on this administration. I don't blame it on the voters. It's just for the level of people that have come out, and it seems like the entire United States is against. And I just didn't see that in the voting, and I hate that shit.
Because they didn't sign up, so they thought they were signing up to get America back to the evangelical white Christian nation again. That's what they were signing up for. They wasn't signing up for the tariff war and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of shit that they wasn't signing
I'm talking
up
about the people that didn't vote at all.
This is fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that didn't vote at all. I'm talking about
they shouldn't say
those
shit.
guys.
For the rest of the day.
Because those are the loud. Corey, don't you know those are the loudest voices? The loudest voices are the people that didn't vote at all. The people that are the most upset and the most outraged are the ones that on election day didn't leave the house. They was just glad they had a day off work. So when I hear later on, I've heard other people say that in different meetings about we need to change the party system. No, vote. One of the most beautiful things Obama used to do, it was beautiful, Corey. One of the most beautiful things Obama used to do is he would have at every rally that he would do, he'd start talking about Republicans and they would start booing and oh yeah, this is terrible and da 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 da. That man would say, "Don't boo, vote." That was like it was like a catchphrase. It was like if you smell what the Rock is cooking, don't boo, fucking vote. Because he know like most people, you gonna boo and you gonna be upset, but you ain't gonna vote. Like you say on the construction site, or like them old people say, why they didn't do this or why they didn't do that? Because it looked too much like work. How many times you ever heard an old person say, shit, if it was work, it would have bit you. I don't know, if it was a snake, it'd have bit you. You see that fucking, you see them dishes in the sink? Oh, I don't see them. If it was a snake, it would have bit your ass. Vote.
Granddad, I used to be like, Granddad, let's put we left a shovel out there on the job site. He'd be like, man, shit. Only way you can make money with a shovel is doing some work. You ain't got to worry about that shovel going nowhere.
What the hell would a
nobody gonna buy the motherfucking shovel from you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Only way you can get some money out of that motherfucker is by working with that bitch, bro.
Hey, Corey, it could be snow everywhere. You selling show, motherfucker gonna say, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that? Exactly. Exactly, bro. Nothing. You right. My bad. My bad. It's too much like, bro. Vote, bro. That complaining shit is entertaining. Vote. You don't gotta complain. And if you're comfortable with what you did and you're voting this, that, and the other, then get other people to vote. But it never stops. That's how you don't end up with a king. That's how you don't end up with a king. You vote. So y'all was kind of playing fast and loose with terms. I ain't want to come in and correct nothing because y'all was having such a good conversation and Thunder tapped out. But veto proof is I wanted to just say veto proof is not, it is a term, but it's not like a thing that you add to something. It's just if we got enough
one person not vote, it was so many people that it was
it was 427 to 1.
Yeah,
it was 427 to 1. So when you send something like that to the president to sign it, it's technically veto proof.
Yeah, but he looks stupid if he don't.
Yeah. If he don't sign it, we've already reached the 2/3. So it's gonna go through really whether you want it or not. So that's what they mean by veto proof. So if y'all go look up veto proof and you don't see it, it's because it's kind of like an understood term, not really like a defined term. That Transparency Act passed, I think it's either 472 or 427 to 1.
Yeah, well, only one.
If you send that through and he sends it back, they have so many votes past what you needed. I think it's 2/3 majority. They have so many votes past what you needed. It just qualifies as veto proof. So, and I think that's what Thunder was trying to, like say, well, I don't see the veto proof. That's the veto proof. But that's what
that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's like a unicorn.
Last time it happened was in 2021. And it was for something else where it was damn near unanimous. But it rarely do you get enough votes between the two. You don't get that much.
I mean, was that some pandemic relief or something?
It has something to do with it.
Before 2021, it was a long time.
No, before 2021, it was like the 60s.
Yeah.
But the other one was like pandemic relief, and nobody wanted to be on the wrong side of that.
Nah, you couldn't be. And that's basically what veto proof essentially is. Like, you just don't want to be caught looking like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They say, well, who was the 10 motherfuckers? Right. So you saying it was 417 to 10. Well, who was the 10 motherfuckers?
Right.
And
who was this one motherfucker? Everybody want to know who this one motherfucker is for sure.
Yeah, now everybody
down in history. He in the history books, believe me.
Who was the one?
Mercy. Damn.
That's a woman. I'm sure of it.
I don't know what the hell. What is going on these days, Brad?
I already knew you was the only thing that can make a black man stop. So, Lord have him. The whole world start moving slow. When everything start moving slow, you start hearing music and shit.
All you hear is "Sweet Lady Tyrese."
Yeah, sweet lady, would you be mine? Sweet love for You already, hey, DQ, you already done pictured y'all having kids on kind of shit.
The whole shit.
Yeah, you already done. You had the kids' graduation with her already. Don't even know her fucking name. Y'all sitting up in a rocking chair reading the daily news.
You know, they on the 20th anniversary. They celebrate their 20th anniversary and shit.
It's funny. Oh man. That's the first language.
This is that conversation we was having with you about women, bro. Until you have daughters, you don't realize how much of a piece of shit you are, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, cause now it's your daughter. Yo, do you know women get hit on average between 10 to 15 times a day? They get approached 3 to 5 times.
And them just the obvious ones. That's just counting the obvious. That like some of them ain't sure sometimes, but usually they getting hit on. But a lot of times you ain't sure if he hitting on you or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When that nigga talking about, hey, do you know
obvious
what?
Ones.
Hey, when a nigga walk up to your wife, hey, do you know what day it is? I'm just trying to figure that out.
Right.
He just trying to look her in the face and get a smell of her breath or some wild ass nasty shit.
Right.
Hey, who won the Super Bowl? Hey, man, do you know who won the Super Bowl? What?
Can y'all
Hey,
hear
but
me?
y'all was having a good conversation, but I gotta believe that Thunder's trolling at this point. Y'all, I know y'all trying to tell me he being serious. I gotta believe he got enough.
Can any of y'all hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You was ordering lunch or something before I muted you.
Oh, my fault. I could have sworn I put this thing on mute before I went and did anything.
Yeah,
But do you think the numbers are really that high? You think beautiful women are getting approached 10 plus times a day?
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
No, oh yeah. I think it's more. I think it's like what Corey said.
Okay. No, wait. Watch this. So when you go to the mall, right? I'm not that you really paying attention, but how many times do you think that you are looking at a guy approaching a woman? I feel like I don't see
think
it
they
that
all
much.
fall under that category. I'm talking about when she get out of her car to go into the 7-Eleven at the gas station, and the nigga roll down his window and say, "Hey, beautiful," or the nigga hold the door and stare at her ass, or or a nigga ask a stupid question, "Hey, where the Gatorade?" And that's really like I don't mean like he asked her for her phone number. I don't mean like that.
Hey, Brad, most of them, most of the hitting on is in the inboxes, yo. It's in
And
the
the
DM.
DMs that you don't see. Well, matter of fact, if we doing that, then I would motherfucking triple the number.
Yeah.
Because niggas is in women DMs. That bro, the woman could be reading the scripture. She could be a pastor reading some shit on Instagram, and he gonna say, "I sure would love to come to your church." And then when she say, "Hey, yeah, I go live from such and such and such and such," the next picture is that man's privates, probably. Niggas is nasty, Logic. I know you ain't, you ain't like that.
That's crazy. I would not consider that approaching a woman at all.
I didn't say approaching. I mean what's another word then? I don't mean like Logic. Me and you both know.
What you're describing is an interaction between different sexes. Yeah, I wouldn't call that an approach. But that's me. Maybe I might actually be the one tripping.
No, it's because
every time a man say hello to a woman.
That is.
Every time a man say hello to a woman that he attracted to, I don't know if I consider it.
It's because you don't have a wife, Logic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you had a wife,
yeah,
you would have a different grounds for approaching. There are times when you go to a restaurant and the motherfucking waiter is flirting with your wife in your fucking face and hiding it under giving her some extra cheese and you need me to put your jacket up and all kind of wild ass shit. You got to get a significant other. You'll notice what I'm saying.
I guess I can't fight you that way. because now I feel like I'm diving into the weeds, and I know I am, because I think
You don't know. Go
flirting.
ahead. I mean, we
think
ain't talking about nothing else.
I don't want to say this out loud, but I think that you can flirt and not be sexual. Not that there's necessarily like between a man and a woman like some sort of a harmless kind of flirting, because flirting can definitely escalate. But I don't think that all flirting is sexual.
But I'm not talking about sex. I'm just talking about hit on, made advances. Maybe that's a better word.
If there's no sexual tension at all, then what are you approaching her for? The weather?
Because okay, so let me ask you
If
this.
you approached her and your intentions were to get the temperature, I mean, why would I care?
Yeah,
but
but
if
that
you
ain't
approaching
sex.
her, exactly.
All right, but listen, what I'm saying. The reason why I say women is because that don't happen to men. Like I heard, I came into the Discord earlier, pause, and I left because I heard Chef describing his salt and pepper silky hair. I don't know what the hell y'all was talking about, but when you get, it shit threw me all the way off. But what happens is, well, if you're a man, right? For example, if you're a man and you do have a nice car and you do have, your shit going on, this, that, and the other, you get advances also. Now, I don't know where they're going to end, but I'm talking about where they start. I'm saying women, so however many advances a man gets is one thing. I'm saying a woman, how many advances she gets, how many guys is looking at her ass when she turns around. Like, just the level of, I don't know the word that they describe it as, but just all of that intentional. They got a YouTube video of a girl who walked around New York, and she had her phone on in her back pocket with her camera on. We are some fucking savages, bro. It was like one out of every two guys was just like they was fucking staring at her ass, whistling and shit, all kind of crazy shit.
Huh?
Did she have ass?
Yeah, she was
Right then, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Look,
Sorry.
I don't got much sympathy for that, because she know what to wear and to not
She gotta
garner that
wear a
kind of attention
hijab.
if she
Are you
don't
one of
want it.
them, Logic?
I
She gotta
know
wear
girls.
a
Hey,
hijab.
No, what I'm saying, if she got on the tight bell bottoms with the print out and all that,
Oh, she just had
and
on some
somebody looking,
jeans. She just had on jeans, Logic. She was just
well,
dressed.
I'll take it a step further, and I think there's a very a non creepy way to be looking at a girl's ass. I definitely can see that.
Hey, Logic.
I know that you can look at them and not be like tripping.
Hey, they wear
I was
capes.
watching.
They will wear
I
their
was
jacket
watching.
around their
What you
waist
call it?
because that ass so fat. They don't want people looking at it all day. Like them types, I know. They
Right.
know what they gonna wear.
Yeah,
a
they know
jacket
what they
around
doing.
No, they wearing
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah,
because
that's
this is America and they want to get dressed.
No,
Logic, what
man.
are you saying right now?
No, man. No,
So
I am
they can't wear
saying.
clothes? They can't just get
No,
dressed?
I'm not saying they can't wear clothes, and I'm not
It's the
saying
way
that you
they
can't
cut
be
the jeans.
looking.
So logic. What it
Yeah.
is though? It's the way the jeans is cut these days, right? They cut them so that like it don't really matter. Like your girl don't have to have a fat ass. Like when she put them jeans on, it's gonna perk that ass up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's the way the jeans is cut.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that
No,
I
I
mean
get
like
that.
And that still
yeah.
don't mean you gotta eye rape them every time they walk past you.
No, I'm a strong proponent of not eye raping. So let's get that out the way, right? I think
No, we're not saying
that
no.
there's
We're
a
not
way.
saying you. We're
So
talking about
I
eye
think
raping
there's
is
a.
subjective.
I
I'm
think
gonna
that.
say eye raping is
I've been
subjective.
Yeah,
married
I mean,
28
you
years. I'm
got me
looking at
saying crazy
everything.
words at
Eye
work right
raping to
now.
you ain't what's eye raping to me. Like
That's
so,
right.
eye
Hey,
raping
Brad.
is
what's eye
subjective.
raping to you?
Brad, I've been married 28 years. I'm looking at
You know, eye raping is
everything.
like porn. You know it when you see it. You know what I'm saying?
You know it when you see it.
You know what you see, man. I've been married 28 years. I'm high raping everything.
Exactly. I
see,
ain't my
see,
man.
y'all out of control. I ain't nowhere near on that. I think there's a classy.
I
I
feel
think
your
there's a
pain,
classy
bro.
way. I think that there's a very classy and acceptable way for you to acknowledge that somebody looks good with your eyes and it not be creepy. Now you can go and call it eye raping or eye molesting or whatever you want to.
If a
I know that
woman
there's a way
walks
that you
past
can
you,
do it.
Roger, if a
I know
woman
there's
walks
a way that
past
it
you,
can be done and it not be socially unacceptable.
if she walks
Absolutely.
past you and you look her in the eye and say, "Good day, ma'am," and as soon as she and she says, "Hey, good day, sir," as soon as she walked past you, you turn your whole body around and stare at her ass. You just eye raped her, bro. It was unnecessary. If you drive in your car and you see it happening, you like, damn, what are you looking at? And then you go, oh, okay. Like it's like, you know what it is? We don't realize it because it's a masculine society, but it's almost like we damn near make it uncomfortable for them to go outside. And until you have a daughter, and your daughter's walking next to you, and you see a nigga look at your daughter the same way you was doing when you was younger, it don't hit the same. Until somebody tell you while you walking with your daughter some shit like that, or stares at it. Now you start looking at it like the shit ain't right when it wasn't right the whole time.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel this is. I feel like we get into subjective.
You chopped and screwed, brother.